learning. I want a life that's filled with memories, not a life with regret and frenemies. I need focus to keep me from hopeless psychosis if I keep moping. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. Taking shots at the enemy, I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You were not as tough as I'm back, you know that I never left. I got tracks and some music that you never guess. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, 'cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who were half-nots. You were not as tough though. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who were half-nots. You were not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who were half-nots. You were not as tough as me.
Sometimes it appears that we're reaching a period when our senses and our minds will no longer respond to moderate stimulation.
Trapped in a nightmare, in my mind everything that I might fear, and I fight to get by, get my mind clear. Everything's picking sides and I'm right here. I'm running from things that I've done in my past, hoping to become someone that could last. Get out of my way, I'm on the attack. Got something to say and I'm not holding back. Don't be a little bitch in my way, I'll say it to your face. I'd say it to myself and I'll put you in your place. And this world is my prey, I kill without a trace. Give a fuck what you say, 'cause they'll do my way. Make a buck from the pain, not enough, I'm insane. Wanna leave a stain on this world, on your brain. You won't ever be the same, grab the wheel, grab the reins. Gotta talk to yourself, scare away all the pain. Who are you inside? I'm sick of never feeling quite right. I'm gonna make a change this time. You better do the same and climb.
Good evening, boys. How the devil are we? Chat box is just a little bit off. Bit better. How are we doing? Let me just turn the old tones down a little bit. Have they lost? It was 1-1, right? Oh, yeah. I must have just... I've literally turned it off about 2 minutes ago. We're on it tonight. We're celebrating the downfall of Liverpool and a new low for them. Jurgen Klopp. See you later, son. See you later. Get the posh beers out. Who scored for Leeds? I can't get into my drink. It's not meant to be. What's going on? There we go. Wrong way. Oh, the Dutch. Nice. I saw that he was playing. That must be his first. Maybe not his first start, but he would have had many. Cheers, then. You'll never walk alone, eh, Jace? Phone's going. Gotta be asked with Man United. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Ralph is really excited. He's now Manchester United's new #1 fan. Right, let's play some bloody Football Manager anyway. We can do it at the same time. I think we're all set up. And ready to go. I never know what I'm doing, boys. You know me by now. I'm never quite sure what I'm doing with this streaming light. We'll get there, though. We'll get there. Right, we've got a nice little game first. Cup game against a third-tier side. Just to break us in. I did play off camera. I think I played 2 league games. Those 2, I think. 2 wins. And then we've done two draws, 2 friendlies for the World Cup. Who won the World Cup? France. France beat Argentina on penalties. England got beat by France in the quarters. Hey, we're getting there, Jace. We're on our slowly on our way back, pal. Hey, Joe. I'd like to agree with you, but we can't tomorrow, mate. Thanks for coming in, though, pal. Tough one for you, though. Tomorrow, we'll see what bounce back ability Arsenal have got tomorrow, though, won't we? That's for sure. After their defeat in midweek, was it draw at the weekend? Did they draw with Southampton at the weekend? So we'll see what they've got. Right, we're actually coming into the transfer window, but oh no! Oh, I knew there was Turkish Cup rules. The match day squad must have no more than 10 foreigners. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right. Obviously, this cup isn't taken that seriously if they're expecting us to do... Is it Barish? Right, he's quite good. Kerem's quite good. So if we put Baris on that side... How does that work now? No. The squad matched him as... Oh, and he takes him out. Take that one out. Take Gomes out. Let's try now. Oh, for fuck's sake. The matchday squad must have no more than 10 foreign players. Currently 11. Right, so we need to take one more out. Let's take Mata out. And then we need an under, what does it say? There must be at least one under 22 playing trained at the club, which is fucking hell. I don't think we've got one. Or him, maybe. Oh, shit, though. Does that work? Yeah. Fucking hell, these rules, boys. And we haven't got any decent use. Well, the two, I think we've got a couple, but they're out on loan. Can't say I'm confident. We're going to have to, yeah, we just, maybe a little bit of, I did say that probably after tonight's stream, we'll start looking at players. I'll have a maybe spend a bit of time tomorrow night having a little look through and stuff like that. Rich, what do you think? Rich, no, I wouldn't, mate. To be honest, I have no desire to play. There's too many teams in the current game that I would put ahead. The number one, I don't think the database will be as full and as big. No, I think maybe if it won't be next year, it'll be maybe the year after. Don't know. It's hard to say though. Hey, Mega Sting. Yeah, I'm good. Really good. Really good. Thank you. Hope you're well, pal. This Turkish Cup is a bit of a nightmare, mate. Scotty, let's have it right. I don't know. I think we all expect Man City just to kind of coast on through, don't we? Arsenal most likely to finish second, though, but there's a difference between them finishing second and being a contender, so... 1-1. Okay. No, I'm not like... I just, for me personally, it doesn't improve the game a little bit, one bit. I think there'll be a lot of virtue signalling going around, saying, "Look at me, I'm playing the women's game," and nah, not interested. Even the missus plays. Well, she did do it. She got a bad knee injury, and the missus doesn't watch ladies' women's football. She just watches men's football. No, yeah, I'm not sure, Richard. It'll be interesting because obviously the pool of players isn't as big. Oh, was it? I haven't seen. Was it a? Did you get battered, or was it just one of those days? Obviously, sorry, I was at work. Was it like 2 own goals? Trossard got me some points though, so digging that all day long. I'm quite happy to get knocked out of this cup, by the way, because this is just going to be a pain in the ass. I will dive into my under-20s after this game and just see what we've got. I think we had a little look in the first stream that we did when the game came out, but that was a bit of a blur, wasn't it? Sort of like the first night. We're just trying to get to grips what was going on. I should have given Icardi. Icardi came on and scored a couple of little goals, boys, and I think he definitely scored one, maybe even 2, so he's maybe on the return. We're in. Get in. Won't count. Oh, he's way off. Oh, he wasn't way off. Yeah, they are, yeah. As an ex-wife now. Yeah, I think he's having a few personal problems in the game, mate, to be fair. Torreira. Oh, terrible goalkeeping. We'll take it. We'll take it. I don't know if it's Fenerbahce next, you know. I think we've maybe got one league game and then Fenerbahce. I could be wrong. Yeah, we've got Kasımpaşa away. And then Fenerbahce, then Trabzonspor. Ooh la la. I don't know. There we go. There you go, Richie Runs. There you go. There we go. That answers that question. He hasn't scored as much as what I thought he was going to do. He did in pre-season, then he got an injury, and then we started putting him in, and he couldn't score. We gave him as many opportunities. To be fair, we weren't creating a massive amount, I think, but still enough. So we've gone back to Severovic, and maybe there's no loan to buy thing with him or anything like that. It's a straight, simple loan. And I don't think we'll get him back. Oh, he was way off. Or maybe not. I don't think we'll get him back next year anyway. So I think we're just going to use him as a little bit of an impact player. He may come on and score some big goals for us during the season, though. Perfect timing, though, mate. We could do the thing that I bet who's done it before, where you these rules where you sort of like do two substitutions after like 2 minutes. There was a real life version of that, wasn't there? I'm sure there was like a youth player who started the game and then literally after the ball was kicked, off he came and a senior player came on. So it was just for squad red. They've scored again. I hope this isn't a theme for the night. Oh shit, yeah. I've got to keep my eye on that. Because I don't really want him to get another year. Because he's on, what is he on? Like 50? Excuse me. He's on like 50 grand, 55 grand. Look at Icardi. I don't know what that was. What the hell was that? It's a good ball. Mertens is in. The 35-year-old. Great finish. He's 8th of the season. We're going through to the next round. I think imagine a cup win. We don't have to worry about Europe so much, but obviously, as we said before, boys, we only get Champions League and Champions League like first round qualifying, something like that. I think we've got 3 rounds of qualifying to go through if we win the league. There's no Europa League places. No Europa League places. It's first for Champions League, second, third, and fourth go straight into Europa. So we need to fix that. I don't know how because this is only a 3-season save. And we're not in Europe in this first season. Oh, Rich. Italy. Just the nation of Italy. Serie A is fantastico. This. Turkey. Have we got a Christmas song on again? Sorry, boys. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's a fucking Christmas song. Bit early, that. Christmas don't happen in our house till after Ralphie's birthday. It's gone. Is it gone? It's gone. Thank God for that. I do. So this is lasting for 3 seasons. I don't know when this save will actually finish in terms of time. With 3 seasons, I'm hoping it finishes at some point in, I'm going to say November. I don't want it to finish too close to Christmas because I really don't want to start the new stream save over Christmas. So I don't know, but I've already picked my stream save, my main stream save for FM23 now. I've picked it, going with it, and it is in Italy. I think Serie A is really good just because of the amount of teams that are there and are all of a level. So Inter, Milan, Juve, Lazio, Atalanta, Roma, etc. Have I missed any? I think there's 6 teams that are all pretty equalish. I think Lazio maybe just a little bit undercooked. But the others are pretty, there's no PSG. Oh, to be fair though, we're accepting bids for Mata. We're letting these bids come in for him because he's only played, what's he had? 5 appearances for us. I don't want to trigger it. 25. He's got no chance. Has he got any chance? We've still got chances. We're not at the halfway point yet. No, it's not Juve. I was going to do a Juve like rebuild, but I just haven't got the time to do it. Jack Jones? Who the fuck? Oh, it says, who's this for? Matter. 450 grand. The deal's only worth 20. What's that? More than what the deal was worth. We got a few, but yeah, I've committed to a save. I'm going to start doing some artwork, but I just don't know when to start it. I don't know if to... So we're only halfway through this one. I really don't want... I'd like this one to maybe go up till Christmas time. Because we're in November now, aren't we? What are we in? Yeah, we're going to be in November on Tuesday morning. Streaming twice a week. We might stream 3 times a week for a little bit. I'm just worried about starting it right near Christmas and then having like a week or 2 off. Well, we'll have a week or 2 off. But yeah, I'm all ready for it. I might not even give you the save until the day of the save. I'm not triggering Merton's deal. I'm adamant that I don't really want these oldies in. He's on 110 grand and he's 35. We can trigger it if we want, but I don't think we're going to trigger it. Hey, Dem. How you doing, pal? Welcome in, buddy. Hope you're well. Put that there. Maybe. True. I just don't want it to like... I'll have to try and plan where... I don't know, that I maybe say, right, the start of December, if I try and get through this one during November, and then the start of December, we've still got a little bit of time. Obviously, we'll have maybe a couple of streams over Christmas. And then we'll go for it. But I think I'm not going to tell people who it is until the start of the stream, and then like on the starting soon screen, instead of it being my channel, sort of like my new starting soon screen, we'll do there'll be like an intro video on that replaying, so everyone knows the club and the history of the club and famous ex-players and stuff like that. But you don't know who it is until we start. I shouldn't have really told you Italy, should I? I should have left it as a complete... Can we just keep it quiet? We'll just keep it quiet. So you 18 people that are in the stream now, let's just not pretend. Let's pretend that I haven't said Italy. That would be good. The card is injured, 6-10 days. He's missing Cassim Passer, but he will be back for Fenerbahce. Oh, we want to look at the squad, don't we? We want to look at them under 20s. See if there's anybody. I'm sure there was one player I was like, yeah, we can use him, but he's out on loan. So we've only got an under 19s. Oh, we've got this dude. Oh, he's... What's that? Okay. He's good though. He's only 17. 5'6". Has he got Turkish? No. Oh, he's trained in the nation, so he might work as an option. And then we've got this dude. He's 23 and Romanian. Romanian. We need to get rid of some of these Romanians. We haven't got much, basically. We've not got much at all. I'm sure we had a defensive midfielder somewhere. Am I dreaming that? I thought we had a... Have I got a filter on? No. I thought he had a holding midfielder, but obviously not. I aren't giving any more clues. Remember, it's not in Italy anyway, boys. You don't know where it is. I want to maybe do a team and table side. Or Depends how hard you want to go for, Eyes. My by the way, Bursaspor would be my number one choice if you plan on doing a main save, just because like 10 years ago they were champions of Turkey, one of the very few clubs to win it outside the big boys, and now they're in the 3rd division. Look at the team that are 19th in that division. Batman Petrol Spor. I might do a video just on teams with amazing names. Batman Petrol Spor. Bottom of the league. 1-star everything. I imagine semi-pro, no, professional. There you go. There's your 2 choices, mate. Christian. I'm new to FM, started at Stockport. Good. It tells me I cannot. Have you, when you've set up the game, at the bottom of the screen, you've maybe selected disable transfer window in the first transfer window? That's maybe, and I've got a fly on my white thingy. That's going to annoy me all night. That would be my suggestion, pal. That would be my suggestion. Unless there's a small transfer ban on the club, but I don't think there is. Got a York City central midfielder in there. Akil Wright. Right, Cassim Passer, we're down in 4th. We've got a 4-way title race here, boys. And I love it. Right, we need to do some bloody changes, don't we? We'll keep Matter on the bench and just watch how we go with him, I think. Other centre-half. Who's my other centre-half? That one, wasn't it? Him. Desperate for centre-halves, boys. I think we might have a little look in January. I think we'll play this game. We'll just have a little look at Turkish players and see if there's anything we can get. Yeah, so you either start again, mate, or you just have to wait till January. That would be my suggestion, pal. Welcome in, though, buddy. Nice to see some people new to the game. How have you gone so long without playing it? Right, we're on a nice little run here. Good. Terrera with the volley. Youssef's been out for a couple of weeks injured as well, so he's back. We need a really good positive result tonight, just to set us up nicely for Fener. It's going to be an emotional return. This is one little... If loads of people ask for stupid things to be added to the game, don't they? Like, I want to be able to build my own stadium and all that kind of shit. My stupid one would be that you could create a backstory in your player profile. So because I managed Fenerbahce in FM20 or whatever it was, I'd be like, X Fenerbahce manager, click, and then you'd have the option of clicking, like, if you won a couple of trophies. So obviously we won the Europa League and the League 3 times and stuff like that. I know it doesn't really mix in with like the history of the real life history that's in the sort of like the game now, but it would be a nice little touch. It'd add something a little bit spicy to the games and the derbies. Yeah, I think normally you get... excuse me. I think if you stay with the club, normally you get a big pay rise. When I'm at a small club, though, for eyes, I tend to offer negotiate the lowest sort of like wage possible. So then it frees up more wages to have in the club. I have to mute my mic for a minute. I'm going to cough. I've had a cough and cold for like over 2 weeks now. The cold's not so bad, but every so often I just... Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Scott. Player, was it Premier Manager? You could do that as well, which was good. It was a nice little feature. It was like fun to do, but Football Manager claim how realistic they are, even though your goalkeeper can't get sent off or injured. Thanks, mate. I played it when I was a kid. Nice. Yeah, it's a bit of a jump, mate. You're better off sort of like growing with the game. You know, most of us have grown with the game, so you get them little few bits and bobs every year. But you'll get there. Good to have you in the stream as well, buddy. So you must be around my age, Championship Manager 2. So I'm 30, I'm 36, I'm 37 after just after Christmas in February. Don't forget, lads. February 27th. Severovic is in. Finish for me. Yes. Oh, you tend to go as low as LT. Apparently it can open you up too easy for the board to sack you. But I'm not quite sure how realistic that is, to be honest. I've got my taste. I've got my taste and my smell. I think I have anyway. I've definitely got the taste. Yeah, COVID tests, I've kind of given up on them, to be honest. Because I'd done it on and off for... how many times have I had COVID? Twice? Definitely had it twice. Maybe 3 times? Can't remember. I think it's just twice. But I did loads of tests when the missus was badly. She thought she had it. She didn't. She just had lurgy and she passed it on to me. And I just, for some reason, just can't shift the cough and the cold, and not so much the cold, just like the blocked nose. Right, we've set ourselves up, boys. We're on for the derby. 2-0. Fener top. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We must play them then right near the end of the season, do we? Third last game. Fener, and then we've got Trabzonspor at home. Second last game. Trabzonspor, who are 4th and 2 points behind us. Fener have not won it since... They're going on nearly 10 years, man. 9 years since Fener have won it. Right, we're going to have a little look at some players. I'm just going to accept everything for matter. And hopefully... I'm having trouble with the recruitment focus. I need to watch a video on it. I don't know if there's a video or what. I'll do some reading, but my Manchester United one where we're trying to sign 4 players for 4 key areas, they're just shit, not doing anything basically. So I'm not going to open that up. I'm just going to do my players in range. And we're just gonna. This is the transfer list. But I don't want to sign any foreigners because I really want to make sure the foreigners that we sign are ready. I'd love Justus Poulsen as a striker next year. Ooh. Buendia, Daka, too much. Good players in and around there, price-wise. Right, let's see. Ralphie. He's going to bed in 10 minutes. I can hear him fucking jumping about. Animal. Right, NA. Okay. Turkish. I think we do need to look at sort of like clubs in our country. So ones like this, Ali Akman. Oh, was he ours? No, Bursaspor. See, I think we need to keep our eyes on ones like that we might be able to get on loan next season. So I don't think he would get a go for Frankfurt next season. and one's like this. But I don't think we're going to get anyone in January. Burakins? Nope. Hey, Standard Man, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in, pal. Let's go there. 36 and a little bit, Christian. Good, mate. I'm glad they are, but I've got a few more coming out next week as well, just to help you along the way. Scott. No, I don't think... I was at Man United, mate, so the staff members you would imagine are pretty good. Yeah. I didn't know if it was because I'd put my scouting thing in Europe, so my area was just Europe. So I was thinking maybe it's just too big. Right, I'm just going to go put my devil child to bed because he's jumping about like he's got a rave going up there. Boom. Sorry, boys. Sorry. He's in bed. God knows what he was doing. I think he was jumping on his bed. I'm sure recruitment is booked. No, never been to. I'd love to. Erdem, the guy who was like my big Turkish Fenerbahce fan who sent me a real shirt across when I was doing the Fener save. He said I could go across, but I couldn't bring the child, he said. He don't do children. Never. And then obviously that was during COVID and we kind of lost touch. It's on my list. I think Amy knows that I want to do a holiday at some point. Maybe not. Maybe when Ralph is a bit older and we don't need to take him. Matt's taking the piss, boys. He's taking the piss. Absolute piss. Hey, Pete, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well, buddy. Just in time for the big one, mate. Is he transfer listed or something? No, just people just bidding for him. Hey, Yorkie, how you doing, mate? Oh, you at work, mate? You won't have a beer in the hand then, pal. Just in time for Fener at home. I'm not digging that Prosecco, by the way. Right. Oh, shit, we don't want him leaving on a free, do we? Why is he considering leaving on a free? Oh. What do you say to that? Like, this conversation just gives me, like, I'm not happy here and I'm prepared to run my contract down if that's what it takes to get out of here, right? Except, that's fair enough. I won't be looking to sell you early, so we'll be parting ways when your deal expires. Promise. Well then, I'll put it like that. You'll leave me no choice but to cash in. You won't get to the end of your contract. That's a promise. Threaten. I am more than happy to let you rotting in the reserves until the end of the season. You are hardly irreplaceable and I won't be held to ransom. Which of those do I choose to hopefully persuade him to stay? Because I think if I ignore it, he'll say that he's leaving. Hey up, Logs. Threaten. Hey, Kai, how you doing, mate? Welcome in, buddy. Hope you're well. A flask of coffee for me. Have you a good lad? Right, threaten. 2 threatens. That's it. Done. Threatened. He's not massive. He's leaving. Cheers, lads. He's leaving on a Bosnam. How can he leave on a Bosnam when his contract's not out for another year and a bit? How can he make that decision? Okay, we might be able to change his mind. Yeah, I think that's my bad for not looking at the contracts, I suppose. But I didn't think I needed to with 18 months. I didn't realise that we got threatened that early. You normally get that within the year. Yeah, true. Right, Van Arnold can go. I prefer to sell him, to be honest. Get 53 grand off the wages. I don't think I can. I can't move him in reserves now because I fucking need him. He's Turkish. Tell him if you get to sign him. Well, we've got time to play him. Sad when you got Demir and Kerem. Oh, for fuck's sake. Disaster, boys. Absolute disaster. Look at my 3 defenders. A 3.5 star, a 2.5 star, and a 2 star. How did Galatasaray get through the season? We do have... I think we're going to fail on the rules here. Bet we fail on the foreign rules. Oh, no, we don't. It's because I'm playing the right back at the moment. Boom. Right, here we go, boys. What of Fener? Fener have got a few nice little juicy signings in the summer as well. They are going with... They've got Batshuayi on the bench. Wow, Pedro. Alioski. Altay. My main man, Altay. Right. Come on. They're playing a 3 at the back with 2 wing-backs, 2 sitting midfielders. And they're going to be hard to break down. I don't think we want them to go 1-0 up, that's for sure. So I imagine they'll just sit in. Well, Pedro, Lincoln. Well, there you go. There's the answer to that. We are going 1-0 down within, what, 6 minutes of the game. No, luckily they don't have Van der Schman, mate. They've got, wow, João Pedro, though. It's a nice little give and go. No tracking. No, they don't like to track runners in FM still. Right, Oliveira, free kick. Oh, he's put it in, boys. He's put it in right in the top corner. I didn't think it had gone in. I thought Altay had tipped it round. He hasn't. Crowd going mental. Someone's having a fag. That's a big pipe going off there. Oh, get in right in the top corner. Alioski's off, injured. Right, goal kick. Come on. Let's get our noses in front. Severovic wins it. Kerem stays wide. Midso. That's fucking shite. Absolute dog shit. It's a long kick from Altay. It's good technique. We won the first. We've not got the seconds while Pedro's in again. Okay, we'll ask Ross to man-mark Pedro. See if that works. Midso. Oh, fucking hell, boys. He's won it back. Well done. Van Arnold. Where are you going? We lost it again? Just dribble till you get tackled. Get that. Kerem does it. Severovic. Demir was free on the right. We've gone to the left. Kerem on the left. Cutting in. Oh, he's done him on the left. That's minging. Going all right, mate. We've picked up. We had a slow start, but we have picked up. We're now what? This is, I think, Fener are 3 clear at the top of the league, but we've got a game in hand. So tight. I think there's like 3 or 4 points separates the top 4. There's us, Besiktas, and Trabzonspor, so the big 4. We need a winner, boys. How long do we wait for Icardi, eh? Oh, we've lost it again by dribbling. All the turnovers of possession today in this game have come from us dribbling. Right, Arfan Can. Good goalkeeping. I think we need to demand more, boys. Good ball. Oh dear. Oh, he's not even there, boys. He's not even on the bench. I've not even put him on the bench. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is a disaster. I think we have to go... Gomis on. Target man. Let's get Rashika on that left. Oh, fucking foreign bloody rules. Right, get the guy who's saying he's leaving. Was that him? No, he's staying. It's someone else. Right, okay. I think it was Eunice, wasn't it? Come on. Sat the ref. I think he's already been bribed. That might be the problem. Advent calendar. I don't know. Amy did that as a treat. Oh, that was never a penalty. Never a penalty in a million years. I don't know what Advent... I don't think I'm getting a special one this year. Thank God for that. Right. Let's get Eunice on as well, the guy who's leaving. They've been better than us though, boys. And we've not created anything. They're deserving to beat us here. Are we getting a break? Oh, we are. Yunus, the guy who's just decided to leave us in, what is it, 18 months' time. He's done well. He's done well. Oh, my God. He's just passed it to the goalkeeper. Fuck me. Long throw. Oh, are we breaking? Right, Baris. We've got a break on. We're coming into the 93rd minute. To Severovic. He strikes. He's put it in at the near post. He's fired it in. And I think we've got an undeserved equaliser. We will go for the Graham. A little bit of luck. I'm wanting to do this at the end of the season when we go to Fener and pick up a massive win for the title. But we'll get it here. We've snatched a point. Okay, that was not good. But we've got very, very lucky with a breakaway against a team who've sat behind the ball. I'm going to say I'm not impressed because I wasn't impressed with that. We bottled that and got very, very lucky. Might have scored. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Jorge Jesus is having a go at the refs. I thought the refereeing was alright, wasn't it? That just shows... What's that? Did I just leave Icardi out? Oh, I'll put him as 11th sub, boys. Dear me. Trabzonspor next. So we're still second. 3 behind Fener. Game in hand. Trabzonspor and Besiktas are then 3 points behind us, but with a game in hand. So potentially everyone could be on 37 points. Oh, jolly. Score prediction. 2-0. 2-0 United. Yes. 1-0 West Ham. Come on, Pete, man. West Ham are coming off Europa League, aren't they? So they, or Conference League. Or is it Conference League they're in this year? 3-1 Man United. Rashford will score. Casemiro. Right, we need to get out of here. We need to get out of here with a point, I think. Right, first thing, let's get Icardi on the bench. Torreira's back. Vital. Get that centre half back as well. Yeah, we do. Right, we've got our main two. Let's get Dubois in as well. How many Turks have we got? 1, 2. Turkish. 3. Is 3 enough? Yes. So we've got to have 3. Is that right? 3 Turkish players? Is that right? We're talking about the start, Yorkie. I know. I switched it off at like... What minute did he score in, by the way? Because I did say I turned it off at like... I'm sure I turned it off at like 87. I'll watch the highlights when I get into... Oh, yeah, we spoke about... Sorry, Utko, we spoke about that actually on the first stream. Someone told me he was left-footed. Is Nelson right-footed? Yeah. He's only average though. We desperately need some Turkish centre halves in. Even if it's just bloody squad depth. How did you get on today, Yorkie? Ishmael's on the free manager list again. 89th, get in. Looking forward to watching that later. Right, Nassi. Is that Nassi Shadley? I'm sure he's in Turkey. Oh, we do so well to get the ball, and we give it away. Oh, they fucking scored as well. Oh la la. Oh la la. I don't think the FM gods were with us on Wednesday. I don't think they're with us tonight. Okay. Get pulled apart a bit here, boys. We need to settle on the ball a little bit. 2 goals by us just giving the ball away needlessly to the middle of the park. Hey, Glenn, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, we're in a title race, but we're trying our hardest to screw it up. Plenty of time to get back in it. Right, Yusuf's now nicked it off them. I'm finding there's too many turnovers in the game, and really, obviously you get a lot of turnovers in the game, but I think there's too many, like, really bad errors, like under 9 sort of like errors. Why would? Oh, we're giving him a penalty. Ooh la la. I'm doing something wrong because didn't Kev finish on like 125 points or something? Oh, fucking hell, man. Yeah, I am. Apart from this game. Yeah, I am enjoying it, mate. I must admit. You know that I'm always honest. Yeah, I am enjoying it. Yeah. Bloody hell. Yeah, he did. Fucking hell. Maximiliano Gomez. 2 points. That's a nice little... Quite cheap, wasn't it? He's banged a hat-trick in against us, boys. I'll throw out water bottle. Looking stressed. God, the Galatasaray fans will be on my ass right now, won't they? Yeah, the Lujo, yeah. Yeah, he's too much, Scott. You still want like 20 odd million for him. I'm hoping that he might get transfer listed, but if we don't get Champions League football, we're going to have no money to spend. And we need to sign at least 4 Turkish players, I think. I'm hoping for a couple of loanees from a couple of clubs that have Turkish players, like that youngster at Eintracht Frankfurt. There's one in... he scored one. There's one at Brentford. Just to help to be squad fillers a little bit. And then we'll sign the premium players on free transfers, I imagine. The foreigners with the sort of like the premium budget, if you know what I mean. Scott. Whatever he's doing, he's doing it better than me. I think he just played a generic 4-2-3-1, I think. Yeah, 125 points, I think he said he got. It's good. It's good. Icardi's in, boys. He's in. Should have taken it a little bit closer. He did it with Peterborough in his... I think it was his streams... I think it's his stream save. I think. Right, Oliveira, you're amazing from free kicks. I would like one right now. I know I'm saying Golazzo and it's Turkey, but It's ready for December, isn't it? Get in. I'm giving Matter a game. I'm not, because I've not put him on the bench. I mean, I've got no real squads now to really put on. Suppose we'll put Rashika on. I kind of always like to leave Mertens on just because he's got that 1 minute of potential quality. I'm thinking I might turn that Mertens into just an advanced playmaker on support. And see if he can be a little bit more creative for us in there. Right, we've lost. We've lost a game of football. Battered in possession. Telling them off. Yeah, so players like that, Jace, would be ideal, mate, wouldn't it? Right. I don't really need Mertens to do anything defensively. I feel like changing... Could change Torreira onto a ball winner. Because I don't really need him. He's not offering much going forward. See, this is the sort of player I really need to start scouting. Right, let's set up together, right? A recruitment focus. Let's do this. So, create a focus. No, any position from the tactic, right? Because we just want Turkish players. Any age, areas, nation, Europe, Turkey. Because I'm thinking Turkey because any players that are out of the big boys, we should be able to poach from them. We're going to put top priority. That's not worked. Turkey. Current 1.5 star. Potential 3 star. Right? So I'm not asking for much here. I'm not sure. Oh, Judge, I want to get him. Hey, by the way, welcome in, George. I want to get him for United, for my United beta save. Just 2 seasons. I've only got obviously 1 season when I get him in, but I just love him for a season. So I'm going to go big. Going to go big on him, George, I think. I'm just going to scout Turkey for now, just to see what happens. Right? Our pool here should be huge, shouldn't it? I'll just say transfer. We don't want a loan, because we're not going to be able to loan anybody. Four scouts will be assigned. Okay? Boom. Let's see what happens. Do they need to be nationals? Let's find out. I think they need to be nationals. Because Muslera, if you think the goalkeeper has been there absolutely ages, yeah, foreign players. If you think... oh, he's gone. Did I sell him? Did I sell him? Yeah, I did. I sold him to El Sad. So he was classed as a foreigner. He hadn't been there that long. What's that, 10 years? Over 11 years. Oh shit, yeah. I never thought of that. Further details. Nationality, Turkish, confirm. Right, so once again, that should shrink the pool. Just give me FB Ref and I'll scout. You know, the website I use for a lot of my videos. We need to get rid of Sasha. I'm hoping some teams might come in for him now. No. Good for you, you're considering it. Don't you love people that are come into the office and give you shit? And then you're like, who the frig are you? He's 28. 6'6" though. Got a mate who's a Posh fan, and one day I'll tell you about when he approached Luge at Posh Game about 3 years ago. I think he's maybe quite awkward. I don't know. I don't know if he's quite. Lelujo's always. I've met him twice, and he's all right. He's fine. Oh, this is what we get though. You always get the players. By the way, this player, boys, look at him at Galatasaray. He would be a player for you to pick up. He's only 20. Was he 24? And we're getting absolute derisory bids of that. I think at some point the Gala board might just say no, we're selling him, which should be a disaster. But was that what was the name of that player that they fucking recommended me? That one. I'm just thinking back up. But he's a bit shit. Let's see what we can get out. Where are they in the league? Is this Perlo's team? It is. So they must have a little bit of a budget. We just need... like, this guy could be like my 4th choice centre-half next season. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. I think Nelson has a... does he? Shit. We're not going to be able to offer him a new deal, are we? Have you still got him, Megasting? What's your name, Megasting? Can't keep calling you Megasting. Right, expires 21.5. That's fine. That's fine. I think you could probably get him cheaper than that. I spelled that right. We just need bodies. Bodies. The youth is shit as well. The youth was shit during the Fener save. We tried so hard to get some in. So if we look at our squad, right, in terms of nationality, the Turkish players we've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4 grayed out players. We're brilliant. We've got this dude he's okay, but nothing. Fucking game. Yilmaz is a very poor 2-star defender, a 2.5-star midfielder who's fucking... I've not played at all. Look at the squad agreed playing. Squad player, backup, fringe, star, which is Karem and Yunus. That's maybe why he wants to leave. Maybe can Yusuf do... See, he's not... The idea would be to put Yusuf in there. How poor Mertens has been recently. Last 5. I think we need to give this... I tell you what, we're going to give Eunice a good run of games and see if we can change his mind to sign on. Ali Akman. He went to... He went to Barca, didn't he? Was he Gala? He was a good keeper as well. I'm sure maybe Man United were linked to it at one point. Or was he Fener? What's his... How do you spell it? Rustu. He's a scout. There he is. You won't get a big picture of him, will you? There he is. That's him, though. Yeah, Fener. Antalyaspor, Fener, Antalyaspor. Then was at Fener, Barcelona for a year. But I'm pretty sure they paid a little bit of cash for him. Oh, no, free. Then Besiktas. Should we get him in? He's crap, but we'll get him in. Yeah, it's... I am not prepared to work for Galatasaray SK due to the club's rivalry with Fenerbahce. We don't have a rivalry. We're all friends. I'd spoke about a lad called Nath a couple of times. You lads that like know him, I actually put him in my save last year. There, Nath. He's from Malton. I think he was in like Amy's year at school. He has followed Valerie Ishmael. Is it Valerie Ishmael? Valerie Ishmael out to Besiktas when he got the job from getting sacked at West Brom and was obviously at Barnsley where Nath was. Valerie Ishmael's been sacked, so Nath's unfortunately coming home on Wednesday. But he kind of said he was half pleased because of like obviously the intensity, what it's like around Turkey and stuff. I'm off out for a beer with him. I think at some point over the next few weeks. I imagine he'll give me a load of stories on what it was like. I think they like got like police like escorts and stuff to games and all around the place and stuff, which is pretty mental. And I don't think the Besiktas fans liked his style of football. Right, we're putting a card in. I just feel it. I feels him. Your knowledge, Nick, Jace, is absolutely tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. I'm going to try and get him on a pod as well. I want to do a pod, like a little podcast series. Because of work and just general kind of luckiness. That's not a word, is it? Just generally been lucky. There's loads of people that I could talk to, not like massive superstars, but could talk to them about the game and how, because I always like to bring that real life sort of like scenarios into Football Manager. So it'd be good to like sit down with Nath on video, because Nath plays Football Manager, and go through and say like, as a performance analyst, what he is, how does that affect what he looks for in the game, and what does he tend to look for when he's doing his job in real life. And I also have a guy called Darren Kelly, who's currently director of football at Newport. I teach at his lad's school, and I've known him for a fair few years because he took my job when I left York. So I'm hoping I can get him on he has no idea what Football Manager... Well, he knows what Football Manager is, but he doesn't play it. But I'm hoping I could get him on and have a chat and like talk about like training schedules and stuff like that. And then one of my mates from college and school is now manager of Salisbury, who are like a league below the Conference South. And we could talk about like semi-pro like training schedules. He's also been under 23s manager at Bristol Rovers, so we could talk about like individual training and how what I would tend to do is, because I hate people who post stuff like, this is the best individual training thing. If you do this, your 1-star player will end up as 5-star player. I know that doesn't really happen in FM, but that kind of stuff, I don't like it. I like to bring like a bit of a natural... We're fucking drawing here, by the way, while I'm rabbiting on. So I've got him. There was someone else as well that I had. We're on the absolute shitter here, boys. What is going on? We were absolutely unplayable on Wednesday night. So yeah, I thought it would be class. Hey Paul, how you doing, mate? Welcome in, pal. Hope you're well, buddy. We are having a little bit of a drama right now. I'm actually just going to walk out. See, I don't want to give him a... No team talk has been given, and you're going to give them the silent treatment. Would you leave the dressing room? Proceed. Just no team talk. Just fuck off, lads. Like, you're a waste of my time. Right, that's not good. No winning 3. Shit. Of course it's 3. Do we need a little change up in the old tactic? Let's be a little bit more aggressive, because we're not dominating the ball as much as what I liked. I'm going to let him be a shadow, and I'm going to let Oliveira be a advanced playmaker on support. Going for it a little bit here, boys. You've got to fucking die to get 3 points. I need to get that soundboard going, don't I? I've got this as a soundboard. We've not had a red card yet, but this is like one of my favourite, like...
Oh, what about that? Send him off! Send the drifting gate off!
Has anyone ever heard that, like, rugby thing before? I think it's like rugby league from, like, the early 90s or something. Yeah, I'm not digging the defending. And I think you notice it more, Prags, when it's against you, don't you? Maybe. Maybe, Jace, that's it. Andrew Paul. What a way into the stream, Andrew. Welcome in. Why does nobody talk about James Ward-Prowse? Well, we can talk about him now if you want. I just think he's a little bit 7-y. If that makes sense. Bit too much 7 out of 10. I think we've looked at him, haven't we? Yeah, he's not there, and that was last season, Jace. We looked at him. You were obviously smoking, lighting up the pipe. We're watching him. We're going to try and get him, and he's at Frankfurt now. So we're going to try and get him on loan. Do we need that little new person bounce, boys? Let's have a little look. This is when you're like, we need someone just to come through those doors and light it up. How much have we got? 4 million. It needs to be someone that we know, like Jamal Lascelles. He's actually really good. Oh, I'm having I don't really want him to replace because he would be replacing a Turkish player there. Tom Kearney. Oh my God, boys. Think we can get him on loan? We won't get him. Yeah, 4 mil. Marucci. Yes. He's not playing. I think that'll be next season. We did say we wanted to bring him back, didn't we? He's not ready yet. Is Tom Kearney 31? Good looking lad for 31, hasn't he? Does he really, Andrew? Does he fancy a move to Turkey? Or one player I think we can try and get is do you remember Saida Manish that we had at Fener? But they obviously have Tufan. And he is despite playing at Fener, he is a Galatasaray supporter. So I think obviously Hull won't get promoted this year, will they, in the game? Well, no, because I've not loaded it up as a league. I've got this guy as well. See, someone like that as well who can just do something. Oh, he's fucking worth loads. Why is he worth that much? Okay, plays like that though. Yeah, I think it will with me, mate. To be honest, there'll come a time, but I've picked Gala because I'm a bit of a dickhead. I can be a bit of a cunt. And like I've been trying to get so like Henry FM did Belenese last year, and he's thinking of going back to Belenese again. And I've told him to do the club like is the MK Dons version of basically the Belenese club in Portugal, split 2 ways. The fans version had to start all the way at the bottom, but they kept the badge, the trophies, and everything that. The main club version has fallen apart. There's no fans. They've not moved him anywhere. Well, they've had to move because they haven't got a stadium, but basically the club's fallen apart. And I said, you should use them. And then someone was like, no, I'm a Belenese fan. You can't do that. I was like, it just creates a really good story. Then I'm trying to persuade Diz. I might send him a little message saying, have you picked one yet? Because I'm not quite sure he's 100% set on his yet. I think they're called B-Sad now. Right, here we go, boys. New formation. Well, not. More of a higher 4-3-1-2. 4-2-3-1, should I say. Right, Icardi out. You are literally back up now. I don't know if we changed that role now as well, because we had it as a poacher just because it was him. And obviously it's not him now. Do we change it? And try and get the best out of Severovic. Master H. Welcome back in, buddy. Did they? Good. Doing better than me then right now. 6 points off the league, boys. You might, Master H, why is there only 19 teams in the league? Turkey boss Cunts is in the crowd. Is that their manager? Sorry, it's really childish. Oh, we're playing against the guy that we're trying to sign. I've just randomly clicked on a player. That's the guy, yeah, German guy. It's quite good. Oh, he's been at Besiktas as a player. Okay. It's a weird appointment. Yeah, if we go 2-man partnership, we could go a little bit 4-2-4 and hell for leather and get Gomes in the squad. We could do that. And have Icardi coming on a little bit. We've got Gomez. Severovic could probably do complete forward. And then have Gomez or Icardi as like a poacher. I was hoping that we'd dominate games so much. And then a poacher would be ideal for us because we dominate the game. And then the idea is that we just have someone in like Icardi who's just in around the box. Just tap him in. That was the plan. That was the master plan. My whole tactic idea for Eagles has changed, so I really need to. I really need to think of that because we've only got the game comes out a week and a little bit. Ah, right, okay, that makes sense. I'm seeing lots of penalties missed, Prags. By the way, Sobrero, welcome in, buddy. Numero uno, welcome in, pal. Hope you're good. That was nice. I see you, Jimmy. So these are who we played at the start of the season. First game. This is Andrea Pirlo's team. Shit, that trickled wide, that one. I'm going to put a little Paul in. A little Graham. Tactic for the rest of this she's on. So basically, if we do a 4-2-3-1, it means no Icardi. If we do a 4-2-4, that means no Mertens. Torreira scored. They're not Turkish, George. We need Turkish. We don't need like outstanding foreigners. Because that's easy to pick up on because the league is so shit. Give me some good Turkish players, bud. That's what we need. Pirlo's your favourite player of all time. I think he should have got a longer deal at Juventus. Basically now, obviously that's proven to be quite correct. But he was trying to implement a whole new style of play. Fucking didn't Sarri get sacked when he actually won the league with them? Did he win the league with Juventus? No. Yeah. No. Did Sarri win the... Oh, fucking chump that was. Did Sarri win the league with Juventus? I think he's the next manager, Jace. He's the next manager. And I think they're just waiting for the stars to align. I think. But then at the end of the day, they haven't got any money, so he normally kicks up a stink when he doesn't get what he wants. But I think maybe he thinks he can dominate Italy with what they have right now. Because he's never been a big player in Europe, has he, Conte? What's people saying? Everyone wants to know Icardi. I don't know. I think maybe back to Spain. I think like something like Atleti Madrid would be a really good place for him. Surely that relationship with Simeone is going to have to... because he's having to go back to the old tried and tested 4-4-2, isn't he? I also think Simeone knows that if he leaves Atleti, he's not going to get a big job. like a big job. Because no one's gonna want to put up with that. His stats are quite poor because he was minging for us at the start of the season. We've played quite well in this game, though, to be fair. No, we haven't. We haven't, though. In terms of chances, they're not far off. We've dominated the ball a little bit better, which is what I wanted, I suppose. He might play up better up front with someone up there. Because he was a great player. He did. I think Barcelona will stick with Xavi. I think Simeone. Tuchel. Yeah. I think a few of these will be eyeing up Liverpool. Not Conte, I suppose not Conte and Tuchel, but yeah. I can just see the Klopp thing just not coming to the point where it turns nasty, but just saying, look, right, this is Dries Mertens. So he's had 11 goal contributions in 20 games, which in real life terms is decent, isn't it? And 3 of those are pens, by the way. Right, we're going to do a change. I'm going to go against the vote. So you people in the vote, I'm sorry, I've ended it. Let's just get rid of that. Let's copy that. Severovic likes to be... Let's go complete forward on attack with a poacher. So we're still being quite aggressive. And let's just give Icardi a run up there with someone else. Icardi's stats for the season are 6.65 average rating, 6 starts, 3 goals. One of them was a pen. We're not going to have him next year. If Mertens agrees... Do I let him go? Don't know. I just think Jurgen might just see it as the time to move on, mate, to be honest. I think a lot of people would like that with their teams, to get rid of players before managers, but... No, I don't think they'll sack him. Jurgen might just think as if, like, someone might be better, like he was at Borussia, where he thinks he's taken that group of players as far as he can, and it takes too much to turn it round. They're going to have to spend some serious money in that midfield. They need another elite forward. They need what? You know, like, say they go for Jude Bellingham. That's it. That's it next summer. If they finish Champions League, which they'll be quite lucky to do, there's no guarantees of that. Jude Bellingham would sign for Liverpool, regardless if they're in the Europa League or not. But if they sign Bellingham next year, that's it. And your squad's getting... They've done so well on these Coutinhos and your Solankis and your Jordan Ives and your Nico Williams. And who else have they sold for stupid money? Give me one more, chat. Give me one more. Who else have they sold for stupid money? I'm trying to think of one. There must be one more somewhere. They got a really good deal for. Yeah, a little bit, Jace. Yeah. Yeah. And losing Mane was huge. Absolutely huge. And then the Nunes thing is great, but I think he'll score goals at some point, and it might not be at Liverpool. He'll go somewhere else and bang loads in, because I think he's... For me, he was kind of built for that original Liverpool, like the whole gung-ho, gegenpress kind of slap-bam wallop. Yeah, I just feel like there's too much to be done. And he might not think, oh, I fucking don't want to do 3 years of rebuilding. If you sign a Bellingham, that's it. And I don't think there's enough money coming in. Hey up, Andy, how you doing, pal? Welcome in, buddy. How are you, sir? What are you drinking? You're not a fan, Jace? Because Jace's Liverpool, boys. Jason's views are strong. Yeah, but that's not gonna. It's not gonna fix anything, is it? Right now, Four Eyes, they need. Thiago's going to be another year older, so another year slower, more injuries. Fabinho's going to be another year older. He will be okay, but picks up injuries. Jordan Henderson picks up constant injuries. Keita's never fit. Then you've got Elliott. Curtis Jones has not kicked on as much as what he should have done, despite him having a decent amount of game time. Are you a Huddersfield, Andy? Yeah, I don't think he would be pushed, because I think Liverpool will be like, fuck, who's going to take this job on, knowing that they don't have the biggest resource. Oh, Halifax, nice. York got dick today. Do you miss Tom Bradbury? Yeah, I don't think he gets sacked. And I think Liverpool are like, right, who do we get better than Jurgen Klopp? But sometimes now, like, I know, like, a lot of us are older, we live in this thing, but I do honestly think, like, he's not gone past his sell-by date in terms of, like, the quality, but just fresh ears, fresh eyes, and how players respond to new instructions, different instructions. Do we let Mertens go out on that left? No, because he's going. Right, Karem, we're gonna go with that. Let's try that today. Right, Icardi's. We're gonna give this 5 games. Let's give it 5 games. See what we can get out of Icardi. I know. Right. By the way, Andy's quite new to the channel and stuff. And instead of just like jumping in where you start, Andy's gone back to my first series in April of 2018. So FM18, boys. He's jumped in there. And then he's going through the saves, and he's now worked into my Manchester United save from FM19. And I have stupid long hair. Forget Mourinho. Nah. He likes it in Italy, out with a little bit of the underdog. He likes the underdog vibe. Karol Poborski, that was a new one. I get told a lot of the time I look like footballers, Andy, so that's a new one. Karol Poborski, Luka Modric, Diego Forlan, Yorkie Bar calls me Ray Parler from that long hair day. Who else have I had? David Luiz. Someone commented on my video the other week saying I look like Neil Warnock. I imagine that's because of the size of the old schnozzle. I've had my hair cut multiple times. Oh, we're 1-0 down, boys. Back it out! Just about to say. Yeah. There's probably more I just can't think of right now. No one's ever said I've looked like David Beckham or... It's unfortunate. We had a shot, boys. We had a shot. We had a shot. Let's encourage. Well, the hair was wild. Icardi, boys. Icardi. I'll show you the video after this game's finished. I'll show you the video, not the full video, because that'll just bore you to death. I'll show you my hair. I don't know if I had the long hair during. I had the long hair during lockdown. I think I might have got it cut just before lockdown, actually, which was a fucking good idea, because otherwise the hair would have been completely out. I always wanted really long hair, not long hair like down here, but like a headband kind of down here. But my hair is so thick, like it just went woof, and it ended up being. I don't know what was going through my head, because it just looks terrible. I think Ken was a bit of a shock to Andy. Look at him just about to watch the Champions League final. I can't even remember it. I take that. I know I don't, Prags, but thank you, mate. I'm sure Amy would appreciate me looking like Giroud. Can't grow a beard. 36 and I can't grow a beard. Cardio miles off. He might be getting sent off here. There we go.
Oh, what about that? Send him off! Send the dirty guys off!
I'll have to show you that clip as well at some point. The YouTube clip of that. Send the dirty git off. It's absolutely brilliant. Right, we surely get a win today. Torreira. Oh, wide. They don't bloody like it. You know, that was it you commentating, Andy. Oh, put it in, man. Put it in. All right, Four Eyes. Fucking hell. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not a big fan. I'm not just saying it because I can't grow a beard, but I'm not a massive fan of a beard. And I'm not a massive fan of a moustache. The coolest man to ever wear a moustache was my uncle. God bless him. Who is no longer with us. And he, what was he? He was my mum's older brother, so he would be, what would he be now? He'd be 60 some, he'd be obviously late 60s now. He would have probably been, he's maybe a couple of years younger than my dad, so maybe 65, 66 maybe now. And he, in the early 90s, used to drive a Ford Escort. He bought a black one, then he bought a white one, like the sporty version. It was an amazing car. And wasn't married. Well, I think he'd been married, then divorced. And he had a moustache. And he looked a bit like Tom Selleck. A bit like that. But apart from that, that's the only guy that's been able to carry a moustache. Zealand. Did anyone watch the YouTube video yesterday of Jack, Work the Space, Lelujo, Dr. Benji, and the big one, Zealand. Fucking hell. And Zealand had a moustache, and I was thinking, that's an interesting choice, the moustache, for a guy that's a little bit younger. But then I can't grow one, so you know, I don't know if I had the ability to grow one, I don't know if I would go for the moustache or not. He did carry a mushy. He did. Gandalf, that's impressive. You shall not pass. Have you watched the? I'm like 3 episodes away from the. What do they call it? Ring of Power. Was it Ring of Power? I hated the first episode. No, I tell a lie. I loved the first episode, even though I knew it was a little bit slow, because obviously the character building and stuff. And then I really got into 2 and 3, and then I thought 4, I think it was maybe 4, was really slow. And I've not watched any since, and I need to watch them back. Amy hates Lord of the Rings. So I've tried to... I got her to watch The Fellowship, which was obviously the shittest one out for 3. And she's not quite... Even though I've watched Harry Potter about 10 times with her. Taken her to Harry Potter World? Is it Harry Potter World? Harry Potter Studios twice. Never will I let Umberstash remind me of the fraud. Cheers. You need to get another pipe in your brother and chill out. But it wasn't my uncle. Oh, I've just given him a bad team talk as well. Right, we've picked up a big win there, 4-1. They had a man sent off, so that might be affected the game, but we'll paper over the cracks, I think, boys. What about in today? Obviously, you get that Scandi vibes, don't you, with the beard? Just general mustaches. I don't really. Or make on sort of video. What did you think? It's a good video actually. A blogger gave it a little bit of shit, but it was a little bit needless. But well, I thought it was a really good video. And it's in Jack. Jack's not a person that I've ever followed, but I knew that he was in game. Was he like game development and graphics and all that stuff in his previous job? So he obviously has a good idea of how things potentially work in terms of like upgrading the match engine and stuff. And him even saying now, like I think at one point he said, even SI trying to recruit people to do graphics, etc., animations or whatever it is on the game will be really difficult, because the thing that they're using, the graphics, sort of like the graphics engine and stuff, not so much match engine, but the graphics, whatever the word is for the graphics, with that being like nearly 10 years old or whatever, the last time it had a major change, trying to get people to use that system from 10, 12 years ago would be really, really difficult. Right, Mertens is going. I'm going to offer him to sell now for 500k. And they've declined it. Okay, that's fine. Set the dirty git off. Saw the clip. That it's an amazing clip. I could smoke an ounce. Fair enough, mate. You got a good mother though, right? I'm a Scandi who sported a full beard and a long hair. Yes. Olaf Melberg. That's it, yeah. I was going to show you... What was I going to show you? I was going to show you that. I'm sure I was going to show you something else. I'm sure I was going to show you something else. Right, let's go to display. Right. Let's see if I can get this to work. Pause the music. I don't know if I'll even get the sound with this, boys, to be honest. I'm that bad at shit like this. Right, let's go in there. YouTube. Have I got... Oh, I've got Chrome, actually. So this may... I just don't want to deafen you when I do it. Send the buggers back. That's... what's it in it? That's Phoenix Knight. Send the dirty git off. That's it. Oh, no, that's not it. That's not it. Where is it? Send him off meme. That's it. That's the one. Oh, send him off football. Don't want that either. Oh, here we go. This is it. Is it playing? Can you hear it?
Again.
Is it a bit loud? Right. Go full screen. So this is, I think it's probably Super League. I don't know when. I'm going to say really early 90s, like 90, maybe 95, something like that.
Andy! Oh, what about that? Send him off! Send the dressing gate off! Get him off the field! That was diabolical! Get him off the field! That's just typical of what it is! Get him walking! They don't like it!
They don't like
walking,
it.
Campbell, if you've got it in bottle! If you've got it in bottle, Campbell, he should walk! That was absolute diabolical! It's going to be a yellow card. I can't speak. You bottleless get, Campbell. You dickhead. You bottleless get. I can't speak. I should be sent off. That's diabolical.
I need to get a what's it of that. Andy Castleford. I need to get the get a few soundboards. I've got a can't speak and you dickhead. Right, back to game screen. Tunes. So yeah, that's where that's come from.
Send him off! Send the dressing gate off!
Have you heard that before, boys? I know some of you have. Who's never heard that before? Right. We're playing Ankara. We just need to make sure tonight, boys, we just stay in this bloody race here. First time hearing it. Someone did a remix of a Girls Aloud Can't Speak French, but I can't speak. And on that note, I'm off. No worries, buddy. Enjoy, pal. Thanks for stopping in as well. Appreciate it, buddy. I think you'll enjoy the York City save that I did from probably the game after. The game after whatever you're on now, FM19. I'm sure York City was FM20. Yeah. No, Prags. I haven't. Amy has. She went with a mate when she was like 15, 16, I think. It's really annoying. Having said that, I'm 36. I'm 9 years older than her, so I wouldn't have wanted to go with her when she was 15. But I would like to go, and I feel really hard because the guy Nath, I don't know that well. I know of him, and he's more like the first time we've kind of seen him on nights out and stuff. He spoke to Amy because he went to school with Amy, and there's a big I'm 9 school years older than Amy, so there's obviously a bit of an age gap. We went to different schools, so I know who he is, but apart from that, and then he randomly found me on FM, on YouTube because he's a big FM player, and I was like, I've just seen your fella doing Football Manager videos, and then since then we've started talking really, but I wish I'd have. I think it's really harsh to ask sometimes to go and experience it. Can I just come and spend Monday to Friday, just follow you about? And I wish I kind of had done that. But I've said to him that I want to go to Turkey at some point as a holiday. Fake football shirts and watches and stuff. I'm all over that. Amy's not so keen. I think because she's quite picky with her food. I imagine that the food would not be a thing for her. We're not going on holiday in 2023 in terms of a foreign holiday, but we will be in 2024. So, yeah. But I would like to stay in Istanbul for the weekend. I'd rather just do like 3 or 4 days in Istanbul rather than make it like a beach holiday kind of thing. You've got to watch. I've seen it, Jace. That is a very random. That is very random, Andrew. You're right there. That is probably the most random, and even by Jason's standards, he may be a little bit behind because his internet is not as good as ours in Yorkshire. Jace is in Cyprus. Well, this summer, mate, I loved it, but absolute chaos on them roads. Is that where you are, Prags? Oh, you went this summer. Yeah, I wouldn't drive. I drove in Spain. I drove for about half an hour in Bolivia. And that scared the life out of me. And we were only going like 15 miles an hour. Yeah, I've kind of... The thing is with... There's loads of places that I'd love to visit. And I think me and Amy will do it. Because Amy, obviously, with me being 9 years older than Amy, I've kind of... Like, when me and Amy got together, I was, 29? And Amy would have been, like, 20. And she literally just turned 20, I think, when we got together. They fucking scored, boys, while I'm reminiscing here. Ooh. I picked Galatasaray as a save because I thought we could just chill out and chat. And not have to do football manager things. We've fucking scored. We don't have to do. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Eunice, thank God for that. Yeah, so because of the age of, like, Amy's been on holiday a couple of times, but that's it. And I've kind of got, not stories, but experiences of, like, I've been on lads' holidays, I've been travelling, and I feel like Amy needs to have that at some point in her life, and not when we're, like, 65. I do like the idea of having a, like a motorhome at some point, but we need to get out and see the world. And luckily, the one good side for her is that Ralph, she's young. She's what? Shit, what was it, 19? 27? She's 27? Yeah, she could be 27. 1994. 28. 28? 1994 she was born. September 94. Anyway, so from that, I feel like she's going to be young enough to kind of want to do stuff. So I do want to, like, I'm desperate to go. I keep telling Ralphie that his first, if he moves abroad, he's got to sign for Roma. Simple as that. He's got to sign for Roma so we can live in Rome. Amy's not so keen, but Prosecco, pizza, pasta, cheese. She'll be fine. She'll be fine, won't she? And fashion. She'll love that. I'm definitely high. Oh, brilliant. I ain't been high for a long time. I'm scared of having a hangover now with child and general day-to-day life. Is it cheap in Cyprus, Jace? Hook us up, Jace. Right, how did we perform in that last game, by the way? We've knocked up 3 straight wins, which is good, but I'm feeling like, when Liverpool wins a game this season, I feel a little bit like that. 14 chances. We're going to go attacking. We're going to be a little bit... Galatasaray fans will love me if this works. Because we'll be really aggressive. Right, we're away at Hatayspor. Some lovely badges in Turkey as well. By the way, boys, I appreciate, like, so much all you boys that are here in the chat and here, regularly. A lot of you are here regularly. You're, like, the reason why I stay on YouTube to stream. Because now that I'm streaming 3 times a week, like next week I'm going to stream 3 times, I should really be on Twitch. But my worry is that I stream to maybe, we got 25 in now? And we stream to maybe 15, which is fine. Still a happy number I'm happy with. But there's no one chatting. And I think the fact that all you lads are in the chat, like, literally keeps me going. And I'm not really bothered about, like, the number in terms of, like, 100 viewers if no one's chatting. Because I've watched streams regularly on Twitch where people are just not chatting. And it's so difficult to... It's so difficult to stream if there's no one to stream to in terms of people, like, communicating. And I think I kind of need that. Because especially, like, YouTube, it's bloody disconnected. Joe, what's he doing? Chat does make a stream, and I find it really difficult. I think with my job, and because I don't really go out, I don't play football out anymore, I kind of not rely on you guys, but I need this chat. And because I'm not on Twitch and I'm not really a part of, like, the community and stuff, I kind of knew that YouTube was always a good place for me to stream, because I always had a lot of you guys that have been in and not in tonight, or have been in for a little bit, that I'll dip in and out. Yeah, I know. And I know it's like, it's hard to say, Mirkon, because them numbers don't make sense, but at the same time, it does make it so much easier to stream when there's people to talk to. Like I could have 100 people in here now, and it'd be no good if, like, Prags, like, over the last 20 minutes, you 5 or 6 or 7 have not been chatting. And it's a general thing on Twitter, on Twitch, where I'm watching streams and there's, like, 80 people in it, and there's no one talking. So I do appreciate, like, you lads sort of, like, being here, because the easier thing is to go onto Twitch like everyone else and earn a quick buck, quick extra $1, because there's that side of it. But I feel better for being on here, and I feel more relaxed on here. We appreciate the fact you appreciate the fact that we're here. Cheers, mate. I like it on here because it feels a little bit more chilled out. It's my own little space. I feel like I'm not competing with the people on the screen on the left, so, like, your followers' screen and stuff. And I think, actually, I would probably try and stream a little bit during the day, especially on, like, the Mondays and stuff. But yeah, I just feel so much more comfortable over here. And I would like to be sort of, like, more of the community a little bit, in terms of, like, getting some competitions and paying more attention to what goes on. And I have a little bit more free time, so I've been jumping in people's streams, stuff like that, and watching. But I feel like a lot of the time, like, the Twitch streamers do stuff, like, are in streams, are constantly promoting other streamers to try and push themselves ahead, if that makes sense. Whereas me, I've got, like, you guys to come to and chat to and play. I think most of you know now what kind of streams we're like. And I think you'll like the main save one. You'll like the main save one. I think Jace will appreciate it. You need to read up on your Italian 90 football, boys. If you're not too big on... There's a documentary started, by the way, Channel 4, Monday night. I'm not sure what time. A Channel 4 documentary. How Italian 90 changed football or something like that. It's a 3-parter. Jason. Yes, far right. It can, mate, and I know you're quite new to it, mate, Conan. You've just got a ride. You've got to ride through it. Unfortunately for you, it's so much harder to do it now as just a streamer than what it was when I started. I started just before the cusp. I think I'd have been swallowed up a long time ago. Especially with the content as well that I want to do. Because essentially, I just love Let's Plays. The tactics I enjoy, but I only do it to keep the lights on in the channel. Basically. If someone could give me 10,000 views on a tactics video, 10,000 views on a Let's Play, I'd choose Let's Play. Not because it's easy to record, just because I just enjoy playing the game. And I think streaming kind of suits me as a creator a little bit, and how I just like to play the game. I don't put a false persona on. I think that's what's probably cost me in terms of numbers and stuff. I don't really get enthused in the videos as much as what other people do. Yeah, make on it's good. Good. I think it's important that if you try and get yourself in the community a little bit. Absolutely. Absolutely. I got a few legs up actually from Leluja. Leluja was really he gave me a he did a video of five Football Manager creators you need to look at for the next game, and that gave me like 500 subs within like 2 or 3 days. And I decided not to bother for streaming for all. That's not really fair enough. I think you need to decide what you want to do though with it, Macon. Decide what your what you want, not so much what you want your channel to be, but what you want to be and how you. I could quite easily just stream and be a streamer. If you could guarantee, would I be a streamer? I think I would. I think if I could make maybe 2 videos a week on YouTube and then stream 4 times a week, and get the same income, because obviously I rely on the income a little bit now that I get from the channel. If you could give me that, I would probably take it. Get these numbers, sort of like 20s, early 20s. I would take it. I can see us getting sacked here, boys, by the way. I can see us getting sacked. The fucking scored. The fucking scored. I think you just got not decide what works and what doesn't, because if you're in an early stage of a channel, mate, nothing will work. You know, you'll never. Say if you did a tactic video tomorrow and it was the best tactics video ever, it was better than mine and RDF's, it wouldn't get the views as if I did a shit version of it. So I think you need to decide what you want to do, not so much like, oh, let's see what hits, because it may hit for a little bit and then it won't hit after a while. So you really need to just not double down on what you think works, but I think long term, the reason why I've not quit, because I was very close to quitting in January of this year, was that I decided, right, I'm just gonna try my hardest to do the tactics videos which suits the channel in terms of like growth, but I just want to do Let's Plays. I want to do Let's Plays, and if I don't do Let's Plays, I won't get excited. Like, I've realised that the views on my videos, like I did a skin video, I've done tactics videos, and I've barely looked at the views, and the most views I've been looking at is my Man United Let's Play, and how many people I've got in the stream now. So I think you've just got to decide what you enjoy doing and making, what you enjoy watching. Hey Cam, how you doing, pal? Welcome in, buddy. Solid 0-0 for you this evening. Oh, Eunice, that's a lovely little finish. There is little things in FM23, boys, that you don't appreciate till you see it. And then just watch Eunice's... Just watch when he finishes his, how he just opens his body out. I don't think we get that in FM22. I don't think we get that. Right. This needs to stop here. Like... They made a really good point in the FM video. The video that Jack and the boys made. I keep saying Jack. Benji made on his channel. About stuff like in the stadium. Like, what is going on here? It's just a puff of black smoke going in. Like someone's smoking a pipe. It was like when they did like the inflatable football and stuff. It's just like, what is that? What is that? I know it's supposed to be a flare, but it's black. It's just a puff. It's like someone smoking on a huge pipe. That's Jace. That's Jason Thomas. Just sat with a massive bifter in his mouth. Just like, who's getting paid as a full-time employee on Football Manager as a graphic designer and thinking, I tell you what I'll do. I'll just put a fucking Thomas the Tank Engine smoke going up. It's just fucking bollocks. Absolute bollocks. So unrealistic. It's just a puff of black smoke. I don't get it. It's not our colours. It's not their colours. Really bizarre. Like the fans themselves, I'm not that arsed about. I know that... Oh, they fucking scored. I know they're not that great. But I'm not that arsed about the fans. But that is just bollocks. There's Jason sat chonging away. See, the thing is with that make on the art, and I've kind of done that a little bit, and I think I am going to do a little bit of that. So when I do the Eagles channel, the first minute is going to be a quick recap of everything that's happened in the last episode, everything that's happened. It'll be just me voicing over, and then after that, it'll go into my style, which is just the generic Let's Play. I kind of find as well that some of these Let's Plays series are not really Let's Plays because they're missing out huge parts of like Luke won't mind me saying, like his Tottenham series that gets an absolute load of views, and I watch because he's really good at what he does. He's not really a Let's Play because you're not really following, he does a half-season recap and stuff. And they are really good for views because people like that quick, easy content, but it's just not me. And I think you guys as well that support the channel in terms of Patreon and stuff, and that really keep the lights on in terms of regular viewing, appreciate me just playing the game and trying to have that real life element to it. No, Luke has an editor, which you've seen a massive thing, because Luke was, like, we used to talk all the time about, like, how do you do that? What's going on? And Luke's got better. To be fair, to Luke's credit, he works extremely hard, and he grafts at what he does. And he learns, like, I've not really learned anything with editing. My editing's shit. So he could probably do it. But at the start, Luke was terrible. He does pay an edit. Well, he did do. I don't know if he still does. I imagine he's still. We're fucking losing, boys. We're gonna have to go back to the 4-2-3-1. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, true. Yeah, he does. He's a busy boy, but it's his job. Oh my god! How's the goalkeeper not picking that up? We've had 6 shots, boys. We're on attacking, which I know is not a thing of where you create more chances, but we've scored a goal. Okay, we need to go back to our tried and tested, I think. I've also given that Eunice a run out. Yeah, mate, because editing a video would be like, I think minimum 15 quid. And if I do, basically if I did 4 videos a week and I'm planning on doing 6, I'd be out of pocket. I make anything between 150 and 250 quid a month on the channel. So if I do 4 videos a week at 15 quid, that's 60 quid a week. You're looking at 240, 250. We've just got to go by where. So yeah, I've got to do them myself. I'm not very good at them. I'm okay at them. I need to be better, but sometimes for me it's like I just don't have time to commit to editing. I don't have time. It's like, do I do 6 videos? Or sorry, 4 videos and 2 streams, or do I do 2 videos that are amazingly edited? And my scenario in the past was always like Loki Doki, because he's editing his shit and he'll openly admit his editing's not great, because he does it himself and he's not very good at it and he doesn't want to do it. But then his channel's maybe not grown as much as what he'd want compared to some of the others, so maybe that's my mistake. But at the same time, I feel like I have a little bit of Loki Doki sort of like content creation in terms of he wants to do let's plays, he just wants to play the game, chat to you guys and stuff like that. But yeah, that's where I'm at with the editor. There's no chance, and I need the money. I need like the idea like someone like Hood Gaming, he gets a lot of money and he puts it into his editor, and his editor does a lot of stuff for him. He doesn't edit his videos no more, so he can put more videos out, but costs him a lot of money. Whereas for me, I need, like, the money is quite important to me at the moment, so I don't have that luxury of. I think if I was in a space where I thought, oh, this could go somewhere and the money's not important, that I could actually, the 150 quid was minimum was nothing, then I would probably say, right, let's get an editor in, let's pay someone to do this and take it on to the next level. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Pete, that you had to do some work, especially on a Saturday night, man. That's brutal. Thanks for coming back in, though, pal. I do. I'm watching someone at the moment called what's he called? Finzar. So I am learning. It's just like a time scale. I am trying to like put a little bit more effort into my edits in terms of like even like the minute, like if you watch the Man United video in the morning, I don't think it's actually a really good one, but the one that I did on Wednesday I thought was actually a really good like minute of introduction of how the series is going and stuff. So I am learning. I just don't want it to get too like fucking like stuff floating all over the spot and noises like squizzes every 2 minutes and that, because I just don't enjoy that. I just don't. Me as a viewer, I don't enjoy that, which I know I'm in the minority, but I can't make content that I don't like doing and editing because I know that it'll get me more views. I just can't do it. Macon, but he's right with Steve. Yeah, he did say like he reinvests a lot of his channel. I imagine he probably gets double of what I get a month. So he's probably on about 500 quid a month, I would have thought. And I suppose he might plummet over half of that back into the channel. But it works in his favour because his videos are very well put together. But you're old, Prags, aren't you? You're old. I have an older audience base. That's the thing. But it's fine. Everyone's got to find their own little groove, haven't they? Oh, I'm all right. I think I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I think we'll keep streaming, boys, to be fair. Sorry, Greeno. I've just seen Greeno's message as well. I'm all right for now. I've got that much of the bottle left. So, we're good. Jace, I know you're old. I know. We're all old on this channel. A lot of you guys played like Chapman and stuff like that. Tune. Thank you, buddy. I think it's the first time you've probably commented, so I appreciate that. I think I had to make a decision around January what I was going to do with the channel and how I would... Because the thing is always to look at what everyone else is doing and like look at, like in particular, like Hood, Steve, we get on great, we talk a lot, we were talking a lot last night, and we WhatsApp a lot, and he is openly admitted, like, he wants his channel to grow. He wants it to be not so much a machine, but he wants to gather views, momentum, and stuff like that. And he does completely different style of content. And I've got to see myself as, I don't want to do rebuilds because I don't want to take off Luke. I like doing them occasionally, but I don't want to do them weekly because they get boring. It's someone else's idea. And his tactics videos he does, and he doesn't, he does sims and stuff. And I had to make a decision where, do I go down that route, or do I go down the route that I would love the channel to go down? And in the end, I chose the route which is probably better for my head, as in, I'm going to do my thing, and it's different to everybody else. But I think it keeps me happier. Right, we're going to play Dimir as a shadow striker. No, we're not. We're going to play him as a... Let's do his advanced playmaker on attack. Let's move them over. Oh, shit. We've got this keeper in. Oh, no. Look at our keeper. He's about 13. Thank you, mate. Tune Juice 123. I appreciate that. Film booth I watch. Hillier Smith I don't, just because he annoys me a little bit. Sobrero, thank you for saying that you enjoyed the stream. I appreciate that. I really enjoyed it. This is what I mean. It makes that there's 22 people in, which is good numbers. I'm happy with. I'm happy-ish with that. I wish it was more because it's the start of the game, so I'd expected more. But like the stream, like the chat and the stream is tremendous. Running for a shower. JC's trying to wake himself up after smoking a bag. Yeah, you're old, Cam. Anyone who played CM, you're old. Yeah, Finzar's a really good one that you should watch, mate. He's English as well, which helps. And he does his videos really fun. He's an idiot. He puts fart noises in and stuff like that, which is not stuff that I would put on the channel, but at the same time, fart's a fart, innit? It makes me laugh. And he's really clever. Right. We've got issues, man. Right, we've got Victor Nelson back, which is Victor, which is going to be huge. Mertens is out for 3 months. He signed his deal at Brighton and then got injured for 2 to 3 months. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. The squad must have no more than 10 foreigners. We've got 11. Right, so we need to put a bloody turkey. Right, let's get the left back in. Or the match day squad. Shit. Right, matter. So we're going with 8 subs now. Fucking hell, we need to sign some Turkish players. I like Let's Plays, I like the stories. See, how old are you though, Greeno? I'm 40. So you're all old boys. 32-year-old. I think you're old in terms of the content that people consume, especially now on Football Manager. I never really played LMA Manager, George, because from an early age, from 11, I was playing Championship Manager. So the thing for me was like it was always a little bit quicker, like Premier Manager, but it was always like a bit of a downgrade. Prags is in his 20s. You're an old 20, yo. You're an old 20. Yeah, I think it'll settle down, Mircon. That's why I'm not that. I think people have like spat, and I kind of realise I need to just slow down a little bit here because I'm just spitting, just spitting content out for the sake of it. So like, because they've done this, they've done that. I need to do this. I need to do this because these guys have posted so many videos or whatever. I just need to just chill. As is Stephen. Who are you playing as, Stephen? Pete's 24. Greeno, you're never 16. I appreciate that, though. I've got a few young uns. If you're 16, there's a guy called Jack, who's young. George is obviously quite young. Logan, who pops in a lot, is young. I've got a few patrons that are sort of like 20 and under. Mia Connie, I thought you were sort of like mid-20s. Yeah, so that's what I need to try and create with Eagles. I've decided that I thought the idea was to rush it and do like, let's try and eat in between each episode. Let's do 20 games for each episode, and that's not what I want to do at all. But I need to make it. Need to make the story stick. Pete's a young whippersnapper. I went to Galatasaray like you, although I was off work, so plenty of time. Ah, right, okay. There you go then, Steve. That's impressive, mate. You've done what system? What you playing him as? Has your child? No, he's not. He's got a free week. They play every other, mate. So yeah, it's going well. He's got the bug again. He's officially become a Manchester United supporter. I told him, he came up to me and said, I want to support Man United. And I was kind of happy, but at the same time, I wanted him to make his own choice. So I told him I wasn't. I said, you really should stick with your team. Win or lose, stick with your own team. And he said he wanted to support Man United, so I left him to it. I left him for a week, and he constantly came back to me, saying he was going to be support Man United. He watched the Chelsea game as a Man United fan. He laughed when Chelsea got beat today. It does make sense because Amy's more of a Man United fan now, and we can never get tickets for Chelsea. So like going to watch games, he's a member of Man United anyway because we want to go to some game hopefully later on in the year. So yeah, he's a Man United fan. I bought him the Man United third shirt for his birthday yesterday, the bright green one because that's what he said he wanted. So. AJ, thank you very much, buddy. Welcome in, pal. We're late tonight. We're getting good numbers now. Maybe I need to do like even later streams on a Saturday night. Yeah. Like there's a guy called Daly, like Josh Daly he's called. He's quite new. He's doing like loads of random like tactic videos and stuff. And he just put, I need to sleep. I need to sleep because he's just going stupid at it. Because you get that taste of like numbers and you think like you need to keep doing it. But after a while, doing the same thing is not good enough. You need to like move on and change. I don't know, practice is weird. I've not pushed. I try and push practice on him. I try and push going outside and playing in the garden. That's what I try and push on him. So like if he's bored, I say get out there and bang some, like smash the ball in the back of the net. That's the only thing that I say to him about that. But no, he's just, I don't know. He's obsessed with Ronaldo. That was his first thing because he wanted a Ronaldo shirt. And I said to him, look, Ronaldo's not going to be there at the end of the season. So, picking a team Ronaldo. And then his first comment back was, I'll just support wherever Ronaldo goes. I was like, no, you're not doing that. You can't do that because he's going to finish soon. You've got to pick a team. And I told him the story that I used to support Leeds till I was like 6, and I changed to Man United. I said, you get one change, mate. I'll give you one change. And I've just, after that, I didn't say a word. And every time he's come back, he said he wants to be a Man U. So we'll go with it. I am happy because he wants to sit with me. He wants to. It's weird because he wants. It feels like sometimes he wants to impress me, and he wants to like show like, oh, I'm Man United like my daddy, which is for me is like amazing. But at the same time, I want him to find his own little path. I don't want him to ever do things that pleases me or Amy. I want him to do things that he wants to do. You know, if he's only playing football because he knows that me and Amy are so proud of him and love watching him play, that we won't get that feeling from it. He's got to be happy in what he does. So I just kind of just left him to it, and he's adamant, and he is adamant. So I've accepted it now. Getting tickets for Chelsea was a fucking nightmare anyway. Oh shit, clocks go back. Yeah, I forgot about that. I've just realised, obviously they go back everywhere in the world. Because where are you, mate, on Finland? I can't remember his tweet, yeah. I've spoke to him a little bit. We speak, he chats a little bit. He's asked for his advice a couple of times, and I'm happy to give it. But he's doing his own thing. He's riding a wave, so we'll just let him be. I don't think I'll be up that long, Pete. I'm going to be honest. Ooh, favourite kit, George. Roma have a really nice one, like the third kit. Ooh, good question. Arsenal kit's nice. I like Man City's third kit, that lime green one. I like that. I like Newcastle's white and their Saudi Arabia kit. I like that. Yeah, Ralphie's got that one. Ralphie's got that one, mate. He asked for it, so he wore it yesterday, actually, around the house. Fucking our opponent, look at that. Our opponents have had 21 shots, an XG of 3.11. We're doing something a little bit wrong here, boys. I'm not quite sure if the numbers are adding up like they should. That's my excuse. Stage cut, yeah. Ralphie likes it. It was his choice, bizarrely. I've got him a Ronaldo. So the Man United shirt, the kit that I've bought him is the full kit. So that's cost me 60 quid. From the Man United shop, because he's got Rashford on. He wanted Rashford, so I've got Rashford on the back. But I thought, right, I need to get him a Ronaldo kit, so I've bought him the World Cup Portugal shirt because I'm hoping he's just getting back into football at the right time because obviously the World Cup's coming, and he loves the score. He loves writing the scores on the wall, on the wall chart and stuff. So I've got him the Portugal home full kit from my friends in China. Can't take risks like that. I'm really scared of taking risks. I think what we'll do is for the second season though, Mikon, we'll because so many players are going to be leaving, it gives us an open book in terms of, right, let's try and get the best possible players in, and we might end up playing that just purely based on what's available. Got Besiktas boys at home. 4 points off Fener. Once we get into the champ, if we win the league, we need to get a really good draw because of I think there's like 3 rounds of qualifying we need to go through. Are the recruitment focuses bugs? Oh mate, Cam, that's interesting. That's really interesting because I've said this, and I thought it was because I was putting my scope too big for the Manchester United save in terms of Manchester. Obviously, Man United have got a massive scouting system, but if I'm asking them to scout all over Europe, I'm asking too much of them. So I asked my recruitment to do me a... What did I ask them to do? That one. So they've come back with that, which ain't bad. Is that good? They've come back with 7 players. Bearing in mind my options were Turkish players in Turkey with a potential 3-star. And they've come up with 7. So I don't think it's very good, is it? This is my thing with Football Manager, that they've put something in the game that is fucking shit and doesn't work or is pointless. There should be more than that. Like the Man United one, I can't get them to recommend me a fucking goalkeeper. I'm starting to think that's where I thought like the scope I'd put on my Man United one was too big, because I'd put Europe and I'm thinking, right, fair enough. Asking 6 scouts to go all the way around Europe and looking for players, even though, to be fair, scouts have so much data now in real life, they will already have a good idea of who they need to look at. They don't just go to a game. Like, I don't expect my scouts to sit in a stands in a Turkish 3rd division just, oh, fucking hell, he's quite good. They will know where they need to go. So I kind of find this should work a lot better than what it does. I know I've asked for any position, but I just want them to scout Turkey. 4 scouts, I said they should know of, like, him. We should know who he is anyway. They should not be recommending him to me. I know everyone's getting a bloody semi on Endic, aren't they? I hate buying like the FM guy, because he's going to be like the FM20 and the FM23 guy, isn't he? I might not even have him, you know. Have I spelled it right? Endickhead. Endic. How do you spell it? Was he at Palmeiras, isn't he? Might not even be in my save. Surely he's in my save. I thought he was at Palmeiras. Oh, he's there. Endrick. I'm calling him Endic. There he is. I can't afford him anyway. So I'd love to like sign him for Braga. On my little private save that I started the other week, like in a couple of days after I started one with Braga, and tried to sign him, but I couldn't get it. The same with Going Eagles. I'd like to sign him. And Drick, there we go. So with my Eagles save, I want to find that. I want to find that player. I tell you what I do like though. I do love the Europa League music, and I know for a fact that, like, and in the video that the 4 lads did as well, they mentioned like there was no mention of that music, and then when it came on, I think it was Zealand said like, because he's doing one with Sevilla, it's better. It was like, oh, this is fucking good. This is good, and I can imagine like, when we finally get Eagles into like the Europa League and Champions League, we're gonna be, we hear that music for the first time. I can make a video around that. I sent one to look for a transfer listed players, come out of a half star, came back with nothing. I'm in Everton, so not exactly. Yeah. Yep. Exactly, Cam. I'm not quite sure if it's a bug. I haven't read through the bugs yet in terms of going on to the which I said to myself that I was going to do, and I just don't have enough hours in the day. I've also bought Inverting the Pyramid, which has come today because I want to do a catenaccio tactic for a video. So I thought, right, I'm going to buy that book and read a chapter at a time. So I bought that, and Amy was like, "Why are you buying a book?" Because she's bought me 2 books that I've asked for over the last year for Christmas and birthday, and I've not read them. I've read a little bit of them, half of them. Right, we're going to go attacking because we're at home to Besiktas. Yeah, he looks old. Definitely looks old to get Selman if you're looking for gold. Where is he at, AJ? Yeah, I think it's a. But my issue with it is that it doesn't make the game better. They could have done that. Obviously, they couldn't do. But essentially, let's be honest, the licensing doesn't take any work. It takes money. That's it. That's all it is. How much they're paying them to have the music in. The rest of it would take a week's worth of work. Stuck out. Okay. That sounds like something we could do because I'll need a sub-keeper. 2 players that are Turkish that can play and goal. Absolutely. But yeah, when we get Eagles into that Conference League, they played in Europa League qualifier when Ten Hag did well with them and then he left, or did he leave before that? He might have even left before that actually. I think did he get promoted with them and do 1 season with them? I can't remember. I think he had. Oh, what a goal that is, man! I really wanted to do a possession-based tactic with Go Ahead Eagles as well, but after listening to the Football Manager pod, I'm a little bit worried about the what's he called? The guy that was on the pod. Is it Nick? Nick Madden? He was in charge of this part of the game. And he was talking about chaos and the amount of turnovers there is. I'm a little bit worried that if I do a very possession-based tactic that we're going to really struggle. Oh, it's a good strike. Big Dave. Oh, yeah. Just Asia because of squad rules, basically. So, and we will sign other players, but I'm literally going to try. Oh, fucking hell. We're literally going to just try and sign. We need to sign at least 4 really good Turkish players. He's German. Fucking Gazelle again. Oh, we've had 2 big chances. No worries, mate. Thanks for coming in, Pally. Appreciate it. We'll be back Wednesday. Back Wednesday, mate. Thank you. Sweet dreams. Hopefully dream of a Galatasaray turnaround. Jesus. We've played alright. We've played alright. Oh, boys. Boys. 3-0. 30 minutes. We've had... Look at that. I'm just going to screenshot that. 6 shots, 1 on target, XG of 0.51. 4 shots, 3 on target, XG of 0.20. 64% possession. What else can I do? What else can I do? We've fallen off a cliff tonight with our form. We've scored. We've scored a goal. We're chasing games too much, though. We need a centre half. For sure. Left back. And a goalkeeper. Because currently my goalkeeper is okay, but he's more of a backup. Scored again. I'm going to play Matter in centre midfield as well to get on the ball as an advanced playmaker. Disallowed. Fuck. Sheikah's having a mare. Let's get Kerem on. Come on. I've like 4 mil to spend. I don't know how much I'll have next year. I'm relying on loans from a couple of the top 5 leagues. Any Turkish players in the top 5 leagues that aren't playing, and we're relying on loans. We'll have a little bit to spend on wages because Mertens, Mata, Icardi. There's about 250 grand. Delhi, fuck them off. There's about 250 grand that we're getting back. Rashika as well. Squad's terrible. I am going to say that. 20 Gala fans watching, your squad is terrible. Look at Mata. Oh, fucking hell. Mata, man. Whose idea was it to play him in central midfield? My Eagles save is going to be a little bit more... The tactics are going to be a little bit more well put together, and the idea is that we build... I'm just hoping I get the... Fuck off, man. Hoping I get the time in the Eagle save to build a tactic. Not to put a tactic, but to build a team around the tactic. I wanted to really do a 3-4-2-1 and have, 3 centre-halves that are really good on the ball. 2 very, very hard, 6-foot, energetic central midfielders. 2 aggressive wing-backs. A playmaker... in the number 10 role with a shadow striker, and then a really good complete forward. That's the plan. I'm just hoping that they're going to give me time to put that together. Yeah, hopefully. We've had 20 shots. Oh, boys. Besiktas, I think, have the best squad in the league. AJ, thanks for coming in, pal. Corey, is he Turkish? Oh, fucking hell. Imagine if this was real life and we got beat 5-1. Right, the attacking hasn't worked, has it? I thought we could really be aggressive. Shit. We're going to be out of a title race here. Fuck. We're 7 off Fener. I think we can catch Fener. I don't think they have the balls to really kick on, but we really... Bearing in mind we're not even in Europe as well, we really need to sort our shit out here. Let's try and be a little bit more... Because I wanted to be really aggressive in how we played. Let's go with that. Let's change our style. I wanted it to be like blood and guts. Is it Verona? Verona, okay. Fuck, wrong one. Oh shit, yeah. It's played a little bit. He's maybe, what? He's maybe a regular there, but... Hey, Steve, thanks for coming in, pal. Hey! Foot like a traction engine. How are you doing, pal? Wish my business. They've done us there. Absolutely done us there, bud. Hope you're well, buddy. This here. Look at the training. Just general, just shit. They need to make training better, or they need to make your coaches better, because having that as a week of sessions is not good enough. Do a week of tiki-taka. Keep the ball. Yeah, really good, mate. Really good. We've had a good stream. We've had a good chat. Numbers have been good. Yeah, to be fair, we need to sign a left back regardless if it's Turkish. I'm just trying to, like, fill spots that we desperately need with a Turkish player. So we might have to sign... We need to get rid of Van Arnold. If we don't get rid of Van Arnold, who's got another year left, then we'll have to stick with him. We've got a backup who's Turkish. We've established there's absolutely nothing in the reserves. But they shouldn't be that knackered, mate, because they aren't playing. I suppose that was midweek, but then Besiktas I bet was midweek. Did they play in midweek? Yep, they played Tuesday. Similar team. This tactic might help us a little bit now that we've been a little bit more dominant in terms of just keeping the ball. I don't think training's that important, Mekon, to be honest. I think it helps in terms of your youngsters and trying to get them developed and your individual training and stuff like that. But I would argue of how important it was, or is. Oh, 17 mil, yeah, getting him. Our squad needs to be bigger as well. So we can name, what, 10 on the bench. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Suppose we've got 6 out, but we've not named... We've named 9. We will pad it with Turkish players. And maybe a couple of players that are really versatile. Can maybe play left and right wing. Can maybe play... both flanks in terms of fullbacks, something like that. No, I did look at that at the start, but to be fair, Loney's a shit as well, mate. Loney's a shit. I'll tell you what, me and Mrs. went to watch Man United in a qualifier years ago against Club Brugge when Ralphie was in Amy's belly. So that's how, like, so it would have been 7 years this summer. And we love, like, the Champions League things give me goosebumps. But I do love the Europa League tune. Ralphie loves the Europa League tune. So I'm desperate. I'm hoping that Man United get a decent draw and I can apply for tickets for the home leg in Europa League so I can experience that noise. And then obviously one day, hopefully, a Champions League game. Excuse me, I'm yawning. Right, let's see if we dominate this game with the ball. We're a little bit more considered in our approach as they run through our back four. Is that Boubacar Barry as well? That better not be Boubacar Barry. A legend for my first ever save on the YouTubes. Oh, it's a really good ball. Oh, how has that not gone in? How has that not gone in? Oh, Yakubu Barry. We could get sacked here. Sometimes I start to think, what am I doing wrong in this game where we're clearly the better side in terms of players. I've not set a really stupid tactic. This is quite a basic. Maybe we need time for it to work. They're playing obviously a low block here. Maybe a bit of a mid block. Maybe a mid block. I hope that goal stands because that's a brilliant goal. That's a brilliant goal. Hey, Jace. We're struggling, mate. We've just been dicked by Besiktas 5-1 at home. As we went out to impress the fans and it absolutely backfired. Last glass of the evening, boys. I think when that goes, we'll be done. Oh, we did that, Nicholas. We did that. I was told by somebody that the double DM would be good for FM23. And without people really seeing evidence of it, everybody's doing it. I've decided to do it at the start and then not do it based on that. I want us to be a little bit more, you know, an extra 10, 20 yards up the pitch. I am thinking of doing it for my Dutch save, though. Not a bit of a Bielsa, Mircon. I kind of did Bielsa at York, the York save last year. Oh, fucking hell. See, that's not bloody two City midfielders, is it? That's just him being a knobhead. Like, I try my hardest not to get too aggressive, but if this, I want to swear at Ralphie, but if this was Ralphie, right? So imagine this is an under sevens game, right? They've all played 4 games. That's what Ralphie's played. If this was Ralphie now, as a defender running back, right? Look at that. He's not even looking. Loses the ball. Do you see what I mean? I just find that really bad. Compared to this. Give me a sec. Just to prove a point. And a bit of a proud father moment. All right, and what's capable? This is why this game pisses me off, because I think the mistakes that the match engine and the animation show are things that I would expect a 6 or 7-year-old to do. So that ball's coming to the top. The defender's decided to turn straight back into the defender. Whereas Ralphie, there he is backtracking. So same scenario, look, defender behind him. He turns and then does a little drag back and he's off. That's what annoys me about the game, because I just find that mistake that he does at that precise moment absolutely bollocks. If we take it back, he will know that there's a defender behind him. There's no chance that he doesn't know that as a professional footballer, right? So that there should be a pass there or there. It even looks like he's going to hit it. But then the ball suddenly stops dead. And he moves away from it. He's now stood flat-footed, like he's at the bus stop. And the guy nips in. What I would prefer to happen in that scenario, to make the game less like frustrating, like if he decides to make a short backward pass and he completely fucks up, that's fine. I can take that. What I can't take and what annoys me is really shit animations and really unrealistic animations, because that's what that is. I don't think the game will recognise that as a really bad blooper. That's just a way of them turning over possession. And too many turn. If you play FM23, just watch how many times, even in the centre of the midfield, how many times the possession is turned over when a player is stood still, and how unrealistic that is to the game. They use like standing still. If you get that, which you can, that can happen. But you don't want that to happen when you're really fucked off. Maybe. He's got to work a lot harder. Sinan, thank you. I wish FM would give me a call to point out, like, it sometimes feels like the people that don't play, who make the game, don't understand football. And not like on a super nerd level. But, like, we did a video ages ago, like, I was an extra on the English classic drama series Heartbeat, which is set where I live. And we had a day's filming, and I was an extra in a football game. Played at my local team It was like a semi-pro team that was playing in the 19s. And the director had no idea what football was at all. At all. And we had to explain to him how the game worked. He basically wanted a penalty in the last minute, but he literally wanted everybody in the penalty area. And we kind of expect to explain to him like that would look ridiculous. So we had to try and expand it a little bit for him. But he wanted loads of bodies, so we kind of made like a middle ground where there was maybe too many bodies in the penalty area, but it wasn't at the point where it was like, that is ridiculous. And I feel like sometimes, like, with FM, like, the guy that puts, like, the guy who said, let's put an inflatable ball and picnic benches in this area here is a good idea. Who's the guy that, or lady, who thinks standing still in your own 18-yard box with the ball and getting it taken off you is a good idea? That's what pisses me off about the game. I'm not that arsed. Honestly, I'm not that arsed about the graphics, even though they can be so much better. What pisses me off is the shit animations of how things are, in particular, how possession is turned over. We fucking scored a goal, 4-3 here. Kevin Keegan. That's what annoys me. I don't know how you guys feel. It's 20-1, and there's still a fair few of it. Let me know how you feel about the graphics themselves. That's what pisses me off. And it infuriates me. We all get that FM rage, don't we? But I would prefer my centre-half to fuck up. Like, try and hold on to it, but dilly-dallying in terms of moving the ball or doing a bad pass, not just fucking standing still and allowing someone to take it off you. Too many times, exactly. And that's what I find, like, unrealistic about the game. But then, fucking hell. But then we're a sucker for like the Champions League thing. That should have been a thing that should have been in the game 10 years ago. And Football Manager finally decided we'll spend the money on it and we'll use that as an headline feature. And same as what I suppose the four lads were on the video, I'm finding it hard not to be disrespectful to the guys that are making the game, because I imagine they work fucking hard and they want their best. No one wants to produce a shit game, and you can't imagine they're just sitting there just thinking, oh, we'll just put the same shit out. I imagine 99% of the workforce are trying as hard as they can to make the game better, but sometimes it's just really frustrating that we don't understand the reasons why the only way, not the only way, but one of the main reasons why the only way the graphics engine can get a turnover of possession is by standing still, which is just totally unrealistic. And it's stuff that I will teach like 3 and 4-year-olds to move the ball. And you don't have to move it fast, but you have to move the ball. You can't stand still. What would happen if you took a first touch and stood still with it? What would happen if you stopped the ball in the middle of the pitch? What would happen? You would get, and the first answer is someone will take the ball off you. So your first touch has got to be somewhere where it moves it away from a defender or puts you in a safe place or puts you an opportunity to score a goal. And my defender decides to stop the ball in the 18-yard box right in front of an oncoming attacker. And it's just, like, that can happen every so often. But if there is 10 turnovers in possession in the penalty area, I guarantee that 9 out of 10 of those are those opportunities where the ball is completely stopped dead. It's just annoying because the game should be so much better. And we accept the graphics because we've grown up with the graphics, and we don't necessarily play the game for the graphics. We play the game despite the graphics, if that makes sense. So it's really frustrating. Because when you're losing and you're under pressure and that happens, I want to see my centre-half fuck up in terms of natural. Like, he gives the ball away or he tries to turn and take him on. Not just fucking stand still. I feel like I have a more rage for Miles. Yeah, well, I think he has it easy. He definitely has it easy. Because he's a football fan. He's a football... I don't know, like... if he's like, I imagine he's the go-to guy in the office. I've got this idea, right? My idea is, let's put, for the graphics, let's put an inflatable football on some picnic benches. I said, like, I know you've never seen them, Miles, but my idea is, if we do that, it will look really cool. And Miles thinks that's a good idea. Like, the first time I saw that, I was like, what the fuck is that doing in the game? Like, unless the person who's designed that has gone to one football game randomly, because some football clubs do have the Zorbs, which are like the inflatable footballs that you can live in. I know they aren't in the game anymore, but what was it? Maybe 3 years ago they were in the game? Like, who in 2019, 2020 is thinking that's a thing? That's what frustrates me. Not having, like, amazing graphics. Just, I don't want to say people doing the job badly, but someone thinking that was a good idea and having that fucking Jason Thomas pipe smoking up, thinking that's a good thing, is not a good thing at all. And someone should be looking at the matches and thinking, that isn't realistic. That is shit. That should not be in the game. But for some reason, it is. Unless they'll try and turn it around and say, well, it's Turkey, so Turkey can get away with it more. Well, if that case, it needs to look better. It needs to be like a big, like if we're at home, it needs to be a big red fog, doesn't it? Because we've let off a red flare. Right, Cardi, he's back. Let's get him on the bench. What was that last game? Was it 4-4? We've let in 9 goals. Look at our defence, boys. Shit in hell. We might have to pull them back. We're going to have to pull them back. To be fair, our right back and left back is shit. Oh, shit. We're still playing him in goal. Is my other person fit now? He is. Right, let's get our keeper back in. I don't think he's been at fault for many goals, to be fair. Right, we'll go with that. Get rid of Van Arnold. Mehmet. Yes. I think the heartbeat direct you mentioned was the ref in my game. Final whistle when we were wasting time with a free kick. Ready to not lay them out if he keeps giving me a lip in press conferences. I think that... Carl, that's amazing. That's a brilliant comment. I'm PSV. Yeah, I think that's a good deal. I think that's a... I always think, tune is it a realistic deal? I think it's a realistic deal. For Holland, if you're getting that sort of money, yeah, it's a realistic deal. You could do lots with that. You could buy maybe 7 really good players from that. Players that are from the top 5 leagues. Maybe a couple of young players. I think it's a good deal. No pipes. I only smoke pipes, Jay. So whenever I come over to Cyprus and we're sat out one night having a beer, having a cup of tea, yeah, it needs to be a pipe. And the ME can be really good this year, mate. It can be. There is lots of things in the match engine that I really like a couple of first touches, like when we saw Youssef open out his body to put it in. They're brilliant, but they're doing mint things that you think, that's fantastic, and then the next minute you get that. That's the problem that I have. It's just fix rather than adding things to the game. I would rather them fix the problems that we have in the game right now, and it feels like they don't. And we forget about like Eunice's open out his body because we're raging about that animation that we saw 20 minutes ago. You know, whatever you're building, if you're building a business or football team, you get the base right. You don't try and move on to the next thing before you've sorted that bit out. And it feels like they move on to things before they've sorted stuff out. Like there should be no reason why your professional football defender stops the ball in the penalty area. And the ball stands still. It just doesn't feel right. I know, Jace. I need to. I'm open. Like Amy's. We never like the thing is like we're not in limbo because we're going to be quite comfortable. Amy's going to be a qualified nurse in like 7 or 8 months. She's going to be guaranteed a job, so like money's going to be fine. It's just we've got so many things to do. I'd just love to like not disappear by myself. Like go places. Like I'm going to go Cyprus for a week, a few days to see Jace. When Ralphie signs his pro deal at Roma, will be fine. Ralphie still expects to live in my house for the rest of his life, though. So he says he don't want to leave the house. Even he said if he gets married to his girlfriend Julia, they all have to live in the house, which I'm not keen on, to be honest. I was hoping at some point he will fly the nest, even though it'll be incredibly sad, I imagine, when he does. Yeah, get a pipe. Standard pipe. Amy will have a joint, no problem. I've got about the Amy. I know Superstay. Yeah, the tweet that Miles put out really didn't help him, did it? With these, look at my face. I can get past the regens being shit, even though like they've dropped in standard, because it doesn't improve the quality of the game, and I have a really good face pack for the regen, so when my Eagles regens come through, I have a really good face pack that I can put in. But yeah, it is annoying that they've changed something. It's got worse. In 10 years, it's managed to get worse, which in any other game, like mainstream game I'm talking, I know like they're not as big as like Fortnite, Call of Duty, FIFA, all the 2K games. Imagine the FIFA having faces of regen players that were worse, that were better 10 years ago. I just don't see it as a thing. Hey, Lugs, I don't know. I'm on my last glass. We're on my last glass, so we'll be 10, 20 minutes. There's like 22 people in it, 10 to 1, which is mental. Oh, that's a minging tackle.
Oh, what about that? Send him off! Send the dirty gate off!
He's gone. He's walked, boys. No worries, Mako. Thanks for coming in, Pally. I appreciate it. I think the thing with Ralphie is he's really small. Even though he's played a year above last year for a little bit, he's really small. And my worry is that in some of these games that he plays, he gets outdone and not outclassed by bigger boys and more physical boys. Like there's a lad in his team who scored 3 goals after God knows about 2 minutes on Sunday, and technically he's quite good, but he's not on Ralphie's level. But the fact that he's quite physical and he is bigger than Ralphie, but not much. But because he has that intensity, like he would literally, the kid would literally kick. I absolutely love him because he would literally kick his grandmother now at the age of 7, and he's going to be like amazing, immense for the team as a number 8 in the middle of midfield. He will kill people in that middle of midfield, and it'd be amazing. But he's technically not good, but because he has that, not the will, but because he has the physicality to go and do it, he goes and does it. And then Ralphie kind of waits. Ralphie kind of plays in moments where you won't see him for 5 minutes, and he'll do something amazing, and then he'll disappear again. And I don't think Ralphie's going to ever have that physicality, because he's like me, even though, to be fair, his mother, Amy, was an absolute, like, tremendous centre-half. The first time my mum and dad saw Amy, they knew that I was dating a player that played in my ladies' team. And the first thing my dad ever saw of Amy was a ball into the channel. she came across and absolutely like won the ball, smashed the ball into the stands, if you know what I mean, and hoid the player up in the air. And then she said something like, the woman was like rolling around on the floor, like trying to get a free kick, and Amy just said, "Get the fuck up." So I wish Ralphie had a little bit of that in him, because I was always like, I like to play in little pockets and spaces where I knew someone wasn't going to come in and get me. So I wish he'd play a little bit like that, but he's not. He's unfortunately there's now on him at the moment. He's very small. He's not very small for his age, but he's small. So I'm trying to teach him to be brave, just so he can deal with that a little bit, which he can, because he'll try and flatten me in the garden, or he'll try and flatten me dad, Ralphie's granddad, in the garden. But when it comes to being out there, he just kind of feels pain a little bit more than what he should, if that makes sense. I can't speak. Yeah, definitely. Viking vibes. Yeah, a little bit. You kind of already see, like, because at the moment there's like 20 odd players in Ralphie's team, and a lot of the children are obviously at like the same standard as Ralphie, and at like a fair few others. But you think like, ooh, if this was a team in 6 years' time when they're playing like under 12s, under 13s, where would they all be? And yeah, this lad, he's called Sebe. He's brilliant. Just literally like pull shirts, pushes, not kicks people deliberately, but if the ball's there, he'll have it. And Ralphie just doesn't have that, and I kind of worry that he will like not get noticed. I suppose not getting noticed at an early age is not a problem, because he does so much development. But my idea is that in this space right now, he's not going to dominate as games as much as what he could technically, just because of the physical aspect. Obviously, he's only on 5-a-side now, so the pitches are 40 by 30. 10 seconds, you're from one end to the pitch to the other. Whereas as they go older, the pitches get bigger, so you require those more technical players as you get older. So I'm just hoping that he kind of keeps up with the physicality. He's never going to be an absolute crusher, but he just needs to make sure that he's not like completely scared of the ball. Or not scared of the ball, but scared of getting like that tackle. Yeah, she was. I always told that the last year she played, before, like when Ralphie was a baby, she played up front, and she was kind of wasted, because even though she was really good technically, she would have been a tremendous. I think if Ralphie hadn't got, we hadn't got pregnant with Ralphie, she would have probably moved on to like local league, and she would have been probably at a probably decent level by now. But like life gets in the way, doesn't it? So yeah, I need a little bit of Ralph. I need a little bit of devil in him. He's got a little bit of devil in him, but at the moment the devil is a little bit Bruno Fernandes, bit of moaning, which I don't mind, because I'm guessing he's already seeing like the frustrations of like, if I pass the ball to this player, he's not very good, so I'm not going to get the ball back. So I don't mind that, but what I don't want is like petulance from him. Messy vibes. Yeah, maybe. Sorry, not on like that level. I'm trying to like not pigeonhole him into a position, but I'm trying to think, right, when he gets to the age where I'm hoping like in a year or so, he'll say to me like, right, like, Dad, let's go up to like, because obviously I'm lucky because I like work at the school and we have like really good facilities. Like he'll come up to me and say like, let's go onto the 3G pitch and let's work on my shooting or dribbling and stuff. And I'm trying to think of what he might be. And at the moment, I'm thinking he's going to be a striker because he can play with both feet. Oh, this fucking competition, boys. Fucking hell, man. This competition is the fucking bane of my life. Every time that twat plays, he always seems to be suspended as well. He's Turkish centre half. Gonna have to play this knob. Look at the state of this that we're having to play in a Turkish Cup quarter-final. Fuck me. So when I get sacked and people are laughing at me, then I can remind them of what I've had to put up with. Or do we go... Let's change it. Let's put him in. And let's go... Eunice out there. Oh, fucking hell. The match squad must have no more than 10 foreign players. Currently 11. Right. So let's get rid of Gomez out the squad. We need a really young player in the starting 11, and we've not got one. Why am I not able to do that? Him. Oh, fucking hell. This is what I mean with the squad, boys. It's like so wrong. Hey, Charlie! How you doing, pal? Late one tonight. How you doing, mate? Yeah, maybe Lugs. I always worry that, not worry, but I always think that, like, well, I do know that clubs generally go for players of a certain size and a certain shape. And because he doesn't feature, because he isn't bigger, but I always think maybe the time he gets to 11 and the pitches open out, then his technical quality will hopefully stand him in good stead. And I'm always honest about his flaws. He's like 7 years old, but fucking hell, goalie, what he can and can't do. But at his age, I've never coached a kid in my 17 years of doing this full time. I've never coached a kid at his age who can play as good with him as both feet. So he's got a chance technically, but it's whether we just need him just to fucking eat his fucking tea. He needs to fill out a little bit. Because otherwise, if he ends up being 5'2", like my dad was a jockey, so that don't bode well for him. What am I, 5'7"? So he's going to be no more than 5'7". So he needs to be a baller, doesn't he? He needs to be a baller. Are absolutely rapid, which he's quick, but there's kids that are probably quicker than him, but that might have a lot to do with size of strides at this age. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm really good. We're streaming late tonight, but it's been a really good stream tonight. So, are you still at the? You're working full time now, aren't you? That place in Hull. Me and Ralphie were watching a video the other day, Charlie, of you. Do you remember when I brought Ted, that dog, to the sports centre, and you and Will were throwing a ball like across like the reception, and I had a video on that, and Ralphie absolutely loved it. Ralphie likes like looking through my old videos and stuff. But I don't want him to be me, Jace. I want him to be his own. I want him to find his own little way. Right, we need a big result here. Every time I open my mouth. Could be getting sacked. That's the reality here. See, look at him. Look at him who Fenerbahce have got. Right? So they've got him. They've got the best Turkish keeper, Altay. They've got Serdar Aziz, who would be a starter for me at centre-half. They've also got Ferdy, who would play for me. One, two, three, four. I've only got fucking 4 players. Is he a Turkish? No. Am I missing something there? Look at this, look at the rules, man. There must be no more than 7 foreign players in the starting 11. One, two, three, or 4. Yeah, we just need to. We need our 4 Turkish players to be a lot better. Yeah, he did. Oh my God, Erdem! Erdem, how you doing, buddy? What an absolute honour to have the original OG in the channel. Hope you're well, pal. Yeah, well, we've gone for Gala just because of the job that needs to be done. We're only doing it for 3 seasons. I'm still a Fener fan. Hope you're well, buddy. I saw a couple of tweets. You were getting angry at someone the other week on Twitter. Like a Fenerbahce like radio presenter or something like that. Jace remembers who you are. We're talking about you tonight. Someone had asked if I'd gone to Turkey, and I said you'd asked me a long time ago to go. I'm glad you're in, mate. It's late. Have you been singing tonight? So, like, but people that don't know, so when I did a Fenerbahce save during lockdown, I got a lot of Turkish people, like Fenerbahce fans in. Erdem was one of them. And he very kindly bought me a Fenerbahce shirt with Marucci on the back. So Marucci has become a bit of an OG of the channel. And he's quite famous in Turkey. Would you class yourself as quite famous in Turkey, Erdem? With your jazz singing? I use Twitter only to write to a radio football show. Oh, I think that's what it was, yeah. We've just been talking about the Turkish players that you have in your team. Because I'm struggling with Galatasaray because of the quality of the Turkish players. Whereas you, I'm as famous as a jazz singer can be. I'm struggling with the Turkish players. So when we play in the Turkish Cup, that we've just been dumped out of, we're struggling. Whereas you have some really good Turkish players. Glad to have you in though, buddy. I'm not going to stream for, I've got maybe 20 more minutes. Gomes is leaving, which is fine. 36k, not massive, but we're going to need a new striker because Icardi's going and Severovic, I feel like I don't want to keep just because of his age. Loan option 2.2. So I think we maybe just let that go. He's already signing for us. That's fine. He's already signing for us. 2.2. I can handle that. There's our main striker for next year, and we build stuff around him. Yeah, yeah. Like the problem that we've had, Adam, is like the centre half area. They've obviously got. Let's have a look. They've got Victor Nelson. Obviously, he's a big. Will probably leave next summer, I would have thought. And then the second choice centre half is this dude, who's okay. And then the third choice is like a 21-year-old, like Danish player. And then the fourth choice is like an 18-year-old. And then they've signed Mata, which I just don't get with the squad that they have and the young Turkish players that they have in Barış and Yunus and Kerem. I just don't understand why that was a good move, basically. Sign well in central midfield, like Oliveira is a good signing, and obviously Torreira is a good signing. But it just leaves them short. Yeah. No real plan. But I ain't spoke to you for a while, but I've told lads in the chat, and a guy from Malton was until Ishmael got sacked at Besiktas. Nathan is English and he's from where I live, so he used to go to school with Amy, so I know him pretty well. And this kid called Jack, who's bizarrely gone there, they met randomly. I used to teach him when he was like 6 and 7 at my local team. So they were in Besiktas until this weekend, obviously last weekend, and they lost and he got sacked, didn't he? So they're flying home, unfortunately, on Wednesday. It says it's crazy over there, buddy. I feel like playing him at centre half, you know. Where is he? He's only 5'9". He's good mental, right? We're just going to go with that because we can't get any worse back there. So short on players, boys. Unreal. Wow, he was. Yeah, because he I don't know what he went from last year, but over in England, he was really direct and really like get the ball into the channels, get that ball into that final third and squeeze and press, and be very aggressive that way. So I imagine that's why they bought Weghorst, and obviously having to change was. I think probably Nath saw it coming. I think he knew it was coming at the weekend. But obviously they're not far off the top. Yeah, well, like when you lose the fans, he said that Nath did say to me that they were hated. But he's really enjoyed the experience though. Living in Istanbul for 3 points away. Yeah, living in Istanbul. When did they move? I think they moved maybe February time. So he's not been there a year. It's like a massive thing. I think people don't understand, like when manager gets sacked, he brings a team with him, and Nath's obviously like he has a contract and stuff, but obviously he needs to find work. I imagine next season. It's not as if like a manager who gets sacked and they get that compo payout. Obviously Nath will get something, but I think people you don't understand sometimes like the brutality of like then him coming home and trying to find a job, and you're waiting for someone else to get literally at these sort of levels at clubs. You're waiting for other people to get sacked. Like there's not like an increase in demand in certain areas. I imagine smaller league clubs will maybe look at doing them over the years. And there's been maybe a higher percentage of staff at maybe lower league levels, but he's like moved across, and luckily he's young. He's got he's not got a missus in it. Well, he might have a missus, but he doesn't have a kid or anything like that. So he's he's quite flexible. But you think fucking hell, it's a big ask to go abroad into another country and then come back and 8 months later sort of like unemployed. But he says he's enjoying it. I think he'll have money coming from the club until the end of the season. So he's got that to sort of like bed him in. He says he's going to go to visit a few other people at other clubs and stuff like that. Yeah, definitely Vegos. Yeah, he came with a lot, didn't he? Nicholas, no, but I don't really. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little bit of an RC Lens fan from back in the day, purely because of the kit from the early noughties. But yeah, it's as far as it goes, really. This is how he's highly played. I know, mate. I'll have to. I'm out for a beer with him next in a couple of weeks' time. So I'll definitely mention. I'll definitely mention it. I don't talk to Jack, the other kid. I haven't spoke to Jack for a long, but I used to give him like one-on-one like coaching when he was about maybe like 8, 9, 10, 12, something around those age. It's great to have you in though, but I apologise for the Galar, but I wanted to come back to Turkey, and the time's not right for Fener, is it? The time wasn't right for Fener. So it's just a beta save. So we're going to do it for 3 years. At this rate, though, I've messed it up that much, mate, that I think Fener are probably going to win the league this year. Who's the new manager that Besiktas have got? Sorry, Nicholas. Hey, Nicholas, though, you can't complain. You've had a good run, buddy. You've had a really good run. No, I've not watched. I follow the scores, but I haven't been able to watch any games. I was hoping for a little bit of Turkish football on telly, but it's still, what's happening with the game here, boys? I'm going to make sure I save it after this, because my game's just going a little bit. I don't think I've saved the game. Because I think I've taken it off. Because I was doing an experiment the other day. Yeah, that's him. Gunnels is the manager now. He was there. Why do they do? That's what I find. Why do they go back to people that haven't done well the time before? Like, why don't they give? Like, I know, like, obviously they weren't happy with his style and stuff, but why don't they give him a time to the end of the season? Why are they going for? Had 2 championships in a row, but he's not good. I suppose you don't like him, but do the Besiktas fans like him? Son Belongba's just scored past us, boys. Yeah. Like, just to appease the fans. I think the thing with Valery Ismail is, though, you knew his style, and I loved... He went from Barnsley, where Nathan was, so that's where he knows Nathan from. It went from Barnsley to West Brom, and the first 6 weeks of the season, West Brom were brilliant. I really enjoyed watching them because they were different. Because they were getting the ball into areas, the centre-halves were getting it and clipping it, and they were, they turned teams over and they were aggressive. They were penning teams in. It was really, really good to watch. And I think if it worked, if you're winning loads of games, I would have thought you would have accepted it. So I'm quite surprised that the fans never really got behind it in that sense, because you were winning games, you were in a title race. But then I suppose does your squad like Dele Alli was just a really bad. You've signed players that Galatasaray would sign for me, in terms of Redmond not so much. I think Redmond maybe has a little bit off, but Dele Alli, I suppose Dele Alli has a lot to offer if you can get him right, but I don't know, would he work in that system? I think he could. I think if you play with like a Vegas, I would do a 4-4-1-1. I don't know what basic stats have been playing, but be interesting to speak to Nath when I see him. Like the role of Dele Alli, because for Dele Alli needs to be a shadow striker, and that's it, nothing else. He needs to be a shadow striker. Playing off a centre forward, getting him in areas around the area, he'll be fine. Oh mate, yeah, 35 retirement player. I think he needs to go to Spain. He needs to go somewhere like Spain, where the tempo is slower. Or Italy. I imagine these big games against these Turkish, like the obviously the Fenners and the Galas, passes him by. Oh, good question, George. I imagine the one that scores 4. Oh, they're supposed to share it, I think. They're supposed to share it, aren't they? Right, we're going to play one last game, boys. One last game. It's been a really good stream. 20 past 1. 17 people in. Nuts. Even in, like, the big games. Even in some... Two balls, there we go. Youth players. Here we go. Roche. We've got a good youth team player that we won't see much of, but we've got one. Oh, he's good. He's very good. Okay. We're happy with that. Stop it, George. Is that second season? I feel like this is my 3. We go with the young, well not young, but Kerem, Youssef and Yunus. We go with those 3 and Severovic, and it's this back line that we fix. I'm hoping someone comes in and pays like his release clause of whatever it was. Like, was it 20 odd million? 22 million? 21 million? 21.5. Gladbach. Ah, yeah, Chumit. Yeah, sorry, Lux. Yeah, that's a good point, that. Good point. There you go. You want the ball that they play. I suppose in Premier League thing now, though, it's multi-ball, isn't it? There's like, what, 6 balls around the pitch, so... I blew in the champions. Getting sacked, George. Surely that's not acceptable, not getting the Champions League after the second season with Juve. Sorry to heap the pressure on you, pal, but I don't think that's acceptable. I'd be letting you go. I'd be bringing Pirlo back. Yeah, Lugs, we'll definitely do that at some point, mate. I've only just kind of done him FM23, so I don't want to kind of repeat the content just yet. I'm doing a video for... Manager's Seat, which is a YouTube channel, which has got, obviously, Stinger, FN Lama, Ledeus, something like that. It's like American or Canadian. That guy, and JDFM. My favourite Welshman. So I'm doing a tactics video for them, which is Saki. and then I'm doing your Jose Mourinho hang on to a lead tactics video, and then after that I'm quite free. But I don't want to do Angie just because I've done it, and it wouldn't change much, mate. So I would maybe just get the FM23 one and plug it in. Yeah, he beat me the first game of the season. He signed a couple of Italians as well. Yeah, a weird one. I felt like he was doing bits that I kind of said that they were so scared that they weren't going to qualify for competitions and stuff that, he got them into the Champions League. They finished 4th, and then they bottled it, and then they're fucking terrible this year. Terrible. I think as well now, if you're a top football team, you need to play positive football. You need to be a positive manager. So the days of Simeone, Allegri, Thomas Tuchel to a certain extent, I think he needs to be a little bit more adventurous. Jose Mourinho, he's doing okay right now because he's not with one of the big boys, but I think he kind of realised this year that with the budget they have, they are, and the players that they have. That's why I think Pochettino's a really good suit at Atletico Madrid at the end of the season. That's good. That's good. Hey, Erdem, do you remember this? You'll be old enough to remember this. This is what I had stored for when we beat Fener. Are you familiar with this? I also watched a documentary on Trabzonspor through Copper 90, which you've probably, I imagine you might have watched because obviously your English is really good. So, have you watched it? Because the story of Trabzonspor was really good. I don't know, you guys are all, I suppose you maybe don't consider them as a rival. There was a repercussion, was there? Let's hear it. We're flying, boys. We're 3-0. No, I'm not. We're just catching up. There's been a long time. It must have been like, I think we messaged each other a while ago, but we must have maybe not spoke for like a year. Absolutely coasting, boys. Maybe things are starting to change a little bit. Yeah, of course you can, Logs. Just move it across. Whether it works the same because the match is completely different, but the thing is with my tactics, I'm doing them based on real life and not what the game wants it to do. So, despite it being 2 months old, that video, nothing's really changed. Unless Angie's tactics have changed in that 2 months, which I imagine they probably haven't. That was based on the Real Madrid game and another game, a Scottish League game. There is a crazy guy with the name Rambo, and he's a big Fenerbahce fan. He's fishy crazy, by the way. So he sneaks into Galatasaray the night before the derby against Fenerbahce. And he gets into one of the old non-digital lad boards, hides there until the game, gets out and pins a flag. That's a great story. Was it you? Have you seen the Trabzonspor thing, though? Let me try and get a link for it. I appreciate it because it's football. It was Turkish football. It was obviously an underdog story. They talk about you lot. I'm sure they talk about Fenerbahce. Like you snatched a title from them. I'm trying to think if it was you. Not once. There's the link. I'm sure someone... They are adamant that someone cheat. I can't remember now because I watched it a few months ago. They basically had the title in their hands. And then they either blew it or they're blaming something else. Good watch though. Really good watch. I'd recommend it. I'd recommend it, boys. There's a really good few Copenhagen videos at the moment. Ah, maybe that was it. Did you win the league that year? Oh, you did. You won the league that year, Erdem. You won the league that year. That'll be the year. Ah, that was it. Yeah, that's the one that the guy, they're like devastated that. And did they have it in the bag and then blew it a little bit? I'm sure they were ahead of you with like a couple of games to go or something. I just like the story because it's like out of, like obviously you're a massive Fener fan, but for little clubs, not little clubs, but clubs outside of Istanbul to win is pretty good, right? Yeah, 9 points was it? Like Newcastle, Kevin Keegan. There is Delhi. What? He's doing all right. No way. That's the guy. Is that the guy at Besiktas? Ha. Small world, small world. Right, boys. Unfortunately, that is it. I have been streaming for exactly 4 hours. So thank you very much. Erdem, I'm streaming Wednesday nights and Saturday night at 9:30 UK time. So it'd be great to see you in at some point, buddy. Talking Turkish football. I'm still a Fener fan. I've still got the Marucci shirt, and I'm on a diet. I'm on a diet to try and get the beef off because unfortunately I'm too big for the shirt at the moment. I am also trying to. I've also got a Mallorca shirt, a Real Mallorca. So we're still following Marucci. I've got him on the back, Marucci on the back of my Mallorca shirt as well. So he's still in our hearts, bud. He's still in our hearts from that memorable save. People have mentioned one of the guys tonight, Peter Burgess. You might not remember. I lost 20 pills. I can help. I'm just trying to eat better. I'm trying to be better. So I am being better. I'm literally eating 3 things a day: breakfast, dinner, tea. No snacks or anything like that. So we're getting there. We're getting there, mate. We're getting there. And yeah, Peter mentioned Nigel van der Sman, who was the guy that we signed for £90 million in the last season of the Fener save. So yeah, thanks for coming in, boys. I appreciate there was 20 people in like 5 minutes ago at 1:30. So I appreciate that. And really enjoyed tonight. Good chat. Good drink. I managed to get through the bottle of Prosecco. I'll see you Wednesday. There's a Man United video out tomorrow. Wednesday we'll stream till 9:30, and then we'll be back Saturday night for more fun and games. All right, guys. Thank you very much, and we will see you Wednesday. Take care. See you later.